Week 15 here in the UFL continues on this evening as we've got coast to coast. The Miami Pirates on the East Coast hosting the Phoenix Skyhawks all the way from the west side of the country. Good evening, everybody. I'm Mike Daggs, and with me in the booth is Gerald Smith, along with UFL co-founder and producer Cameron Irvine. You are watching the UFL on the Virtual Football Network. Gerald, a couple of 6-8 teams facing off tonight, fighting for positioning in their conferences.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see how it shakes out, right? Because it all matters about where you sit in the playoffs to get a slightly easier game for yourself. But look, these two teams are going to see how it's going to shake out, and so will we.
We sure will, as the Miami Pirates have the ball teed up. Phoenix will start on offense tonight. How about them claws, Gerald?
You tell me.
They won by mistake. They were supposed to lose. They almost lost. They should have lost. They won simply by mistake. If you want consolation wins, I guess that's...
The greatest victories is when the opposing team snatches defeat out of the jaws of victory.
Joe Tillo gets things started for Phoenix, dumps this one down over the middle. A 7-yard pickup sets him up with a 2nd down and 3 to get things started. Simeon with the catch.
We'll see how this team's going to get and how they're going to attack. And a lot of teams in the UFL like to come out the gate slinging it.
Well, Tillo's going to sling it again. Has time in the pocket. Gets that one over the middle. Pass is broken up. Intended target was Matthias Sanzbino. As we see the offensive line, we'll look at the rest of the Phoenix offense. We've talked about quarterback Joe Tillo. We've got DJ Simeon as the halfback. Chris Andrews, Andy Sands, and DR Simeon are the wide receivers. You just saw Matthias Sanzbino attempt to haul that one in. Pass was broken up, though. 3rd down and 3 on a quick opening possession here. And they're going to throw once again. Tillo back to throw. There is a flag on the plate. It's caught for the 1st down, but we've got to check to see what the laundry is. Oh, and it's holding.
And you got to decline that.
No, they accepted it because it was offensive holding. So, yeah.
No, but I guess they picked it up.
They picked up the 1st down. Yeah, now it's 3rd down and 13 going deep. Down the middle. That one is nearly intercepted. The pass is batted down and incomplete. 4th down, and that'll bring that opening drive to a halt. $2 super chat from Jesse Fretz. Mike and Gerald, $1 per legend for sure.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take $1.
I'll take it. I'll take it. It's better than none of it.
Get us a candy bar out of a vending machine or something?
Can you get a candy bar for $1 these days?
Probably not.
Well, we might have shared one. We get a 1/3 of a candy bar.
Sharing with you.
I had a Twix ice cream the other day. That was delicious. First time I had one.
Yeah? Did you share it with me?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, there you go. All right, let's see what Miami can do with it. They'll start off at their own 31-yard line. Quarterback Rob Crone coming out onto the field to get the game started for the Pirates on offense. Now, opening possession for Phoenix only took 1:04 off the clock. We're going to start a little bit different than Phoenix did. We'll start down on the ground as a short pickup by Beletsky. Sets him up with a 2nd down and 4, and Rob Crone, the quarterback, Bullet Beletsky, the halfback, Buck Wild, Terrell Cooper, and Doc Holliday are the wide receivers. Tiberius Bovine Jr. is the tight end, so not Grandpa.
No, not Grandpa, and it's Uncle? Grandpa's son.
Oh, nephew?
Junior's.
I don't know, man.
I'm confused.
2nd and 7, going down the right side. Has a man, and it's batted away, incomplete. That was some tight coverage there at the end. The receiver was open for a little bit. Zylan Gates is the middle linebacker. You got Marvin Sandiego as the outside linebacker. Vinny Zonka, she is the corner. You've got Elijah Goff and Seven Martin as the safeties. 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, and Seven Martin actually came up with a big play, being able to knock the ball out. It looked like the wide receiver had it in his hands.
And pass into traffic is batted away. Crone 0 for 2 on that opening possession. Intended target was Buck Wild, and both teams on offense, Gerald, 3 and out.
3 and out, and they both had like a 3rd and long to convert, and they couldn't come up with it. And good play by the defense right there, being able to knock the ball out right here. Just looked like he had it in his hands, and it got knocked out right there.
Yeah, great defensive play by Zonka on that one. And, yeah, exchanging punts so far. 6 and 8, both of these teams. You've got Miami coming off a win over your beloved Claws.
Talk about luck.
26-24. 2-point victory over New Orleans. Meanwhile, for Phoenix in their last outing, they lost. They lost to the Dakota Rhinos, and it was kind of a drudging 24-3.
Yeah, not many teams have had luck against Dakota this season.
So switching things up on offense is Phoenix. They're going to try going down to the ground, and so far that's going to net them with a loss as DJ Simeon takes it for -1, 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, DJ had a whole lot of problems getting out of the backfield right there. Look, right off the end, right? The end comes there and almost gets him and takes him down right there. And you know, QB fought off and actually tried to bring him down. Couldn't do it, but, you know, slowed him down enough to where his teammates can come by and bring DJ down. And they're already behind the chains. It's Phoenix.
2nd down and 11. Tillo in the gun. 2 receivers up top and 2 down to the bottom. He will pass again this time. Oh, nice slant route over the middle. Is able to connect. Only his 2nd completion so far on the day as Andrews hauls in his first for 11 yards. 3rd down and inches.
Yeah, he got that out quick. And you know, like I said, Andrews was right there. He threw right to a spot, and he was right there, right where he needed to be.
Shotgun on 3rd and inches, and Tillo's going to pass again, and he's going to go way downtown, down the middle, jumping ball caught down at the 17-yard line. They'll mark him at the 18. Number 18 hauls it in. Andy Sands climbing that ladder.
58-yard reception right there. It was very well covered, Mike, and slightly maybe underthrown, but he got up and he actually kind of mossed the defender right there and just got up and this is interesting. We're going to get a good look right here. 50-50 ball.
Wow.
Defender didn't even really know probably where the ball was, but way to get up and bring it down. And
6 foot 7 inches. And he also jumped about 3 feet off the ground. His hands are about 10 feet in the air.
And Micah Steiner is 5'11".
Tillo throws towards the end zone, caught once again by Sands and carries 2 defenders 7 yards deep into the end zone before finally going down. Touchdown Phoenix, and they've already doubled their points from last week.
Yeah, they're like, you know what, that stud went up there and got it this time. Let's get it to him again right there. And look how big body person he is. Everybody looks like children and middle schoolers next to him. He's so large.
Dude is like a horse.
And then
they're trying to tackle a horse right there, and he's
Right.
like, I'm just going to take y'all for a ride.
And I don't even know why they just didn't let go. They was determined to bring him down even after he caught the ball into the end zone. But what a drive by Phoenix.
Extra point is up and good. 4 plays, 86 yards, minute 49 off the clock, 7 points on the board. And, yeah, what a drive indeed. Gerald, 3rd down and inches, and you throw it for 58 yards.
I thought it was ridiculous. When I saw him loading up, I'm like, he better be wide open, and he wasn't. But Sands bailed out his quarterback.
7th touchdown on the season for Sands, and a couple of bingo numbers for you, 18 and 7. Now off the board. We'll have plenty more of those throughout the evening, so pay attention.
Man, that was a dominant thing by Sands the last 2 plays.
So now we'll see how Miami responds. Phoenix with a 3 and out on their first possession, followed by a touchdown drive. Miami with a 3 and out on their first possession. How will they follow that up?
And they got to get something going here, right? Like, especially the way, you know, Phoenix went down there and answered and call it what you will. Hey, 3rd and inches, you chuck it downfield and get your, you know, get down there to get yourself a touchdown. But I mean, Miami's got they got to get something going.
Crone back to pass, has time, throws down the left side. That one's caught for a first down. Is able to move the chains for the first time this evening. Getting that pass out to Terrell Cooper.
Yeah, Terrell Cooper being right there. And we've heard that name a few times.
Oh, yeah.
Playing around. And he was open, just coming right across another, large body human being at 6'5". Easy target to be able to see for Crone.
Well, Lebleski in the backfield, of course, one of the league's top rushers, comes into the game tonight. 1,390 yards on the ground. That's second most in the league behind Payne Price, who's got almost 2,000. Quick pass down the right sideline, but a little too quick as he forgot to set his feet and actually aim. That one hitting the...
yeah, that was Wade. That was Wade. That nearly hit the bench.
Landed right in the Gatorade jug. Now the ball is wet.
Yeah.
Why you get the ball boy? They'll dry it. Don't worry.
It'll be sticky. Well, maybe that'll help. Maybe it's sticky.
Bolesky takes the handoff and gets tackled for no gain. 2 rushes, only 2 yards. That one actually a 1-yard loss. 3rd and 11 coming up.
Yeah, and you saw Phoenix on 3rd and inches make a really, really big play right here. Now Miami needs a big play on 3rd and 11 here. So you got 2 different yardage situations for 2 different teams, and we're gonna see how Miami's gonna approach it right here.
Thrown in the gun, 3 receivers set. Blitz on its way. Crone. Oh, he had a man wide open and missed him, Gerald. That is painful.
It looked like he was trying to hit Doc Holliday right there, and I don't even know if Holliday even saw it.
Oh, I thought this was going to be a walk-in touchdown.
Holliday just watched it. He didn't even make an attempt at it. He may have lost it in the sun, Mike.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm not so sure.
I mean, look at the shadows. That is the way the sun is coming in onto the field right now. He was staring straight up into it. The nice, hot, bright Miami sun. That one rolls into the end zone for the touchback. So I thought for sure it was going to be all tied up here now, Gerald. You saw the blitz coming from Phoenix. Crone recognized it, calmly threw the ball, had a man wide open. If he caught it, he would have just waltzed into the end zone. Instead, no points.
And it was interesting, too, because Holliday does have a tinted visor on his helmet, so...
Tillo with a short completion over the middle. Receiver making some good work of it as DJ Simeon, the halfback, takes the catch and adds on about 10 more yards.
Yeah, DJ hopped right out of there, right, and made a little bit of a choice route. Once he got it, he turned right up and gained about another 10 yards after the catch.
Tillo being nice and efficient with the football so far tonight, even with the surprise 58-yard bomb on 3rd and inches. I don't know. I mean, listen, it worked. So who am I to say anything? But God, another quick pass. We saw that slant on the last possession as well. That one going to Chris Andrews once again as he picks up another first down for Phoenix. But traditionally 3rd and inches, you just want to get that first down.
Yeah,
and now you got 3 more downs to throw at 58 yards. But he's like, hold my beer.
It had to be saying, like, I'm going to run, you're going to throw it, and we're going to and I'll catch it, and it worked.
Somebody's got some stones over there on the Phoenix sideline. Either it's Tillo himself calling that play or the offensive coordinator. Either way, that was impressive. Tillo back to pass, blitz picked up. Pocket is collapsing. Tillo trying to break away, can't sack. He just waited a little too long as Rip Cuby gets the sack.
All Rip did was he just kept working and working and working. His teammates got clipped and cut down there, and he just kept working. Look, and credit to the DBs, right, for actually, making a quarterback hold on to the ball a little bit longer, and Rip, never stopped.
Rip QB is joined with Dexter Murdoch and Robert Crone on the defensive line. Devin Etuck is the middle linebacker, and Grant Hardaway, the free safety for this Miami squad. They're going to run on 2nd and 21, and that's going to net them a grand total of
nothing,
about a yard maybe, as Simeon goes nowhere. And right on cue after I introduced the defense, Gerald, there's the defense.
Yeah, and look, and you have Rip, right? That's his 14th sack of the season. Just a couple plays ago, third most in the UFL. So he's quite the stud off the edge.
Quite the sack machine. 3rd down and 21. I don't even know why I said that because it's 3rd and 20.
It's 3rd and 20, but might as well be 21. What's another yard when you're that
What's another yard at this point? On 3rd and inches, last time he threw a touchdown almost, but now this time he just stands in the pocket and gets sacked. Collins gets half a sack, shared it with somebody. 4th and 26, and Phoenix going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, another one right there. Look, and he set himself up in the pocket to be successful. But again, look at all the people they brought, Mike. You would think that you would find somebody open, but they just kept working and working and working. And it looked like they're just sending everybody 50 yards down the field, no one's short.
Well, if you saw on that replay, too, he had people open if he just decided, you know what, I'm just going to dump this down short.
Yeah, but
he could have thrown a 5-yard pass that would have gone for 15 more. He would have got the first down.
But I don't know if anybody was even looking. It's almost
no.
like they may have thought it was I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking, but everybody just went 80 yards down the field.
Sky-high punt drops down to the 11, and then the return man gets up to, somehow they mark him at the 13, but Holiday got steamrolled for his efforts as Crone and Boletsky, the rest of the Miami offense, come out onto the field for their next possession. Big stop by their defense. Now it's up to the offense to respond, get some points on the board for the Pirates.
Yeah, and they got to do it. Look, and the way their defense played, right, getting 2 sacks on that last drive, you need to have some positivity right here.
There's some Boletsky yards right there as he picks up about 13, brings his total back into some positive territory.
Yeah, and I was surprised. He had just like one-on-one right there on the outside, and maybe the coach is saying that, hey, man, you could have hit a juke move or something because there's just one defender right there.
Yeah, spin,
and he ran
juke
toward the sideline right there. It's like, man, hey, cut back, and you may have been keep on running.
First down's a first down, though, up to the 24.5. They're going to go right back down to the ground. Making some moves and breaking tackles. Gains 9 this time. The 2nd down and 2, 8-yard pickup.
He was in attack mode right there. Got a little bit of a gap right there for him to shoot right in there. And he just kind of just took on the challenge and ran right through it for 8.
2nd and 2, you got Crone in the gun. Looks, fires middle. That one well defended. Pass is broken up, trying to hit Bovine Jr.
Yeah, he need to call his daddy up and ask him how to hold on.
How do I catch Grandpa Dad?
Grandpa Dad.
Listen, the family hierarchy is confusing me right now. They're down and 2. Crone, quick pass, middle, wide open, caught by Buck Wild. Gets the first down at about midfield.
And he's named appropriate because everything about him looks wild.
Yeah, the hair.
This guy.
My man does not own a brush.
Yeah, but he's coming. Look, you can't miss him in the field. See, his hair is just flowing back there. But look, he was wide open, Mike. About at 5+ yards between him and the nearest defender. But a very, very good route run by him to be able to cut that right in, back toward the middle of the field and keep himself free of any defenders. Great space. The wide receivers that have, you have to create yourself some space sometimes.
He's got that Troy Polamalu hair.
I wish I had that.
Dude, you wish you had hair at all.
That's what I mean.
Oh, well, I thought you meant you wanted the
look.
The
you don't have to be mean because the Rock Hesta team lost today.
Why could that Claws defender not just drop that? Like what? Why? That's just mean.
No,
Pick 6? Yeah, it is. There's no reason for that.
No. Oh, yes, there is. Plenty.
I disagree.
Taking shots at hair. Follically challenged as I am.
Boletsky on 2nd and 11 picks up about half of what they need. It'll set them up with a 3rd down and 7 now, but would like to see Crone maybe throw it there on 2nd and long, but maybe he'll throw now. Empty backfield set.
Yeah, I mean, the drive is looking pretty good. Maybe we'll see what's happening here, but they've been looking pretty decent so far here.
Crone, nice clean pocket. Throws towards the first down marker. It's caught, but where will they spot it? 4th and inches. You got to go for it.
Yeah. I think even it's early, you got to go. This is the most momentum you've had right here. I would go for it.
A
What?
field goal.
Holy
Okay.
cow.
So this one,
58, Mike.
58-yard attempt from the right hash, and it's not even going to make it to the goalpost, let alone through it. So,
Okay, so I have to understand what the coach may have been thinking there, because I just don't think the kicker was in any way, shape, or form confident to make that kick.
I don't even
feel
think
like
he
it's
was-
such
yeah.
a waste. Like, if you're gonna do that, at least try it. Put your best opportunity out there to convert it. Use inches.
I'm not sure he even made kicks from that distance in warm-ups. So
And look where they getting the ball at, Mike. Like, come
yeah,
on.
I mean that would have been an interesting fake field goal scenario, but obviously not what happened. So anyway, Skyhawks back out on offense. Short pass complete for a gain of 2.
And this is a momentum type thing, Mike, that could go the opposite way, right? I
Sure
know they wanted to
could.
get points on the board, but this can actually just completely switch the momentum if, Phoenix actually mounts a decent drive.
Short run by Simeon will set up a third down. So already a quick 3rd down and 5 here. And, yeah, I mean, Phoenix set up with a very short field. See if they're able to take advantage of it, or if Miami, quite frankly, is going to get lucky. So we'll find out when the second quarter starts, because that's it for quarter number 1. 7-0 in a low-scoring game here in Miami. Phoenix out in front, 7-0 over the Pirates. You are watching the UFL on the Virtual Football Network. I'm Mike Daggs. He's Gerald Smith. Cameron Irvine back at UFL HQ. Tillo on 3rd and 5.
Oh, what a catch.
Throws it into double coverage, and it is caught by Sanzbino for the first down.
Wow. And that was a heck of a catch right there, Mike. Like, he just jumped right over the defender, right? The defender was just trailing him and just was hoping to dislodge the ball.
Another one of those size advantages, though. You got the 6'3" Sanzbino jumping while the defender is kind of falling, stumbling over his own feet, just trying to keep up. It's like all you gotta do is jump up, secure it in your hands, and didn't even try to break it up. Still throws, and that one's nearly picked off. Why couldn't the Claws defender do that? Nobody knows.
Because we wanted to win and embarrass the Rochester team.
It's pronounced Rottenchester. Thank you. 2nd down and 10. Tillo up top. Oh, I thought he overthrew his target, but it was caught. Picks up about half. 3rd down and 5.
I thought he was throwing the photographers right there, and Sanzbino's like, I got you, boo. Watch this. And he turns it up, Mike.
Phoenix in a much more realistic field goal range situation here. High snap caught. Can he get the first? No. So we will see the field goal unit come out onto the field. This one will be about 40 yards from the right hash. Zachary Anderson will line up for the field goal. Billy Sawatsky, the kicker for Miami, he'd only, his long was a 54 on the season, and that one would have been 58 yards. That's just wild to attempt that.
Yeah, the crazy thing is, I'm just wondering, as he makes this.
He sure does. Yeah, 40 yards out, it's up and good. 10-0 now. The Skyhawks with a 2-score lead.
I wonder how long on like how much he had to spare on his 54-yarder. Was it wind aided?
Right.
Did they turn up the air conditioning in the place instead of just push it through, or what?
Yes, the stiff breeze from the air conditioning units. Here we are outside. You can see there's some lovely homes right in the end zone.
Yeah, it might be for sale.
Priority seating.
You live in the stadium, Mike.
Why not? I'd like to live in the pirate ship. I'm feeling piratey. So Miami takes it 9 yards deep in their end zone. They'll kneel that one out, bring it out to the 25-yard line. And now they definitely got to get something going, because they're staring up at the scoreboard, trailing by 2 scores. So you got to at least get 1 score on the board so you can try to get back into it, as you're now playing from double digits behind.
Yeah, and they have no momentum at all.
No.
None.
Crone going to go up top, one-on-one, and that one is caught. Wow, great catch up at the 46-yard line. I thought that one was potentially going to get picked off, but hauled in and out of bounds. Doc Holliday with the catch.
Yeah, look, and that was a good throw by the quarterback right there, right? Throwing it nearly almost where only his receiver can get it, right? Toward the sideline, and a trailing defender there, he tried to swat it out, but Holliday got up just enough and is able to get both feet down inbounds. I don't know, Mike. It was kind of close.
It was close. See if we get another look, or no, it looks like we're going to go
Oh, Mike, yeah, I don't
back
know.
down to the line of scrimmage.
It was close. Looking at second monitor, he may have got a shin down before he went out, but I don't think that other foot came down.
Crone has all day in the pocket, decides to take off and run with it. He's not that fast, but we can step over hands that are trying to tackle him. That's the lengthiest 8-yard rush I've ever seen, but he got it done.
He almost got shoestring tackled right there as he's yanking on Wild's shoulder pass, saying, "See what I did, homie?"
Impeccable balance from Rob Crone. Hands the ball off. Bolesky, goes not only nowhere, but gets leveled for his trouble. Elijah Goff giving him a little punishing hit there to tackle him. 3rd down and 5 after a loss of 3.
Look, and you can see right here, he just kind of shot the gap right there, and then they had another teammate come clean up, and that was really good right there, right? Number 90 comes in there and just diffs him. Four come there and clean it up, and Goff.
3rd down and 5 from the 40. Not in field goal range, Miami.
Oh,
the pass is broken up.
No momentum at all, Mike.
None.
Right? They get 1 or 2 good plays, right? They look like they're a little bit comfortable, and then the wheels have fallen off.
If they try to kick from here, it'll be 60-something yards. So I don't think they're gonna punt from here, fortunately for them. So it'll drop down at about the 13. Fair catch called for it. A lot of traffic.
Wow, like why are you doing that? What are we doing? I mean, he caught it, but that's something that could have just turned over and went the other way and gave Miami momentum that they're hoping for.
Tillo back out on the field now, 9 and 12. Over 100 yards through the air. Play action to get this drive started. Nice pass over the middle, throwing it on a rope. Chris Andrews has been absolutely eating tonight in that slant route. Got another one right there.
Yeah, look, and the pass defense, right, by Miami has not been very good, right? Look, yeah, they got a couple of sacks, right? A lot of covered sacks, not a lot, but a couple of sacks, right, contributed by, the DBs covering really well. But, man, when those guys are open, Mike, they're actually really, really open.
Over 150 yards of offense for Phoenix. Miami's got over 100 yards of offense themselves as well, Gerald, but no points to show for it as Tillo backs up 10 yards before taking off and running. He's got 10, 15. Wow, nice run. Got about 19 yards on it. Yep. Wow, look at that. I got it right.
Yeah, running with the purpose right there. Look, and I kept seeing him dropping back. I thought he was going to hit the Tecmo Bowl pass on us. But he says, nope, drop back, create space, and took off running, Mike.
He was even directing traffic there. You see that? He's like, block that guy. And he did not block him. No, he did not. But he at least asked for it. Andrews is 41 yards now on his 3 receptions. Delayed draw. Wow, that actually worked perfect as Simeon's able to pick up 10. Now up to only 17 yards on 5 rushes. He's had a little bit of a slow go, but his average a little bit better now after that game.
Right, Mike, look, and I do think, like, when you do that draw play, I think the timing of it has to be perfect for it to work as well as that one did, right? Like, if you hand it off too soon, they recognize it too soon. If you hand it off too late, then too much stuff gets around you from the defensive line. So I think the way they did it, they timed it just perfect. Everything set up perfectly for him, handed it off, and, DJ was able to make a good run.
Claus and Rochester score down there at the bottom of your screen.
It's perfect. Cue. Right on cue.
Yeah, look at those records. Neither one of us has bragging rights.
Well, I have bragging rights over you because we're 5-10 and we're 5-10. We beat you guys. That's head to head. You guys are seated below us.
You didn't beat us though.
That's what the score says.
The final score might have been in favor of the Claws, but the Claws didn't beat Rochester.
Yeah, they
Rochester beat Rochester. Let's be real. The only reason the Claws won is because Rochester threw a touchdown to you.
Who won?
Well, the Claws.
That means they beat another team.
I mean, semantics. They're down at 11. Coming up now.
Or as my lovely wife would say, she cannot say semantics. She says schematics.
Schematics?
I'm like, that's something completely different.
No,
babe.
it's the same. Tillo throws up top on 3rd and long. Guess that was the only option that he saw open, but certainly not enough to get the first down. 57-yard field goal try if they want to try it from this distance. They're sending out Anderson. Yeah.
What are we doing?
Well, I don't know. We're going to see if Anderson can make a 57-yarder. This one a tiny bit closer than Miami's attempt. He's got the distance, and it is no good. I think he missed it wide right. It had the distance, though, Gerald. It was just
yeah, he had quite the boot.
Yeah, he also had a 54-yarder on the season, but yeah, just wide right.
Yes.
Into the stands. It's a souvenir now.
Sure is.
You know they make you give those back.
What? Why?
I don't know. Probably because there's microchips in them and they're all sensitive about that stuff.
Proprietary.
They'll exchange it. So, like, yeah, if a ball goes in the stands and you want to keep it as a souvenir, they'll come up to you and say, "Here's a brand new ball," and they take back the game ball.
I want the one where they got the blood and the sweat on it.
That's right. Yeah, infectious diseases are make believe.
Sure are.
Yeah.
Shine a UV light on it, kill all the germs.
You think that's all it takes?
Absolutely.
Why didn't we
not.
just all bask in UV lights during COVID then? 2nd down and 8.
That was real?
I don't know. Allegedly, I think it was just the real bronchitis.
Oh, you don't want the real bronchitis. Let me tell you.
I want that artificial bronchitis. First down picked up to the 33-yard line is Miami hoping to try to get some points on the board after a missed field goal by Phoenix. Keeps it a 10-point game.
Right, and maybe that's what they needed, Mike, right? To get really good field position like they got after the missed field goal. And you can see right here, right, throwing a pass right there to D.R. Simeon. They're going to – this is – look, and they're within reachable field goal range right here, but they need to keep this going. I think they need it's important for them to put a touchdown on the board, in my opinion.
Toss down to the bottom. Boletsky trying to make some moves, only gained about 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9. He's had a tough go of it so far in this one as well.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked like he had something there. He had room. It looked like he kind of ran more. Instead of north and south, they ran a little bit more east and west there and didn't pick up a whole lot of yardage. Look, there's one.
Boletsky with a nice run this time up the middle. Picks up 8 yards. It'll be a 3rd down and 1 coming up now.
Yeah, Mike, it didn't really look like, I don't know, Boletsky doesn't look like he's running with quite the purpose.
Boletsky last week, 29 carries, 113 yards. Not quite near that total this week as Lamont Bourne comes into the picture. Little known fact, he's actually a cousin to Jason Bourne from the movie series.
Yeah, that dude's legit, man.
I'm totally making that up. It's not even a real guy.
Yeah, well, Jason Bourne is a real guy. I've seen him on the documentaries.
I think that was HBO Max. That's not exactly a documentary.
Yeah, but no, Jason Bourne is legit. Is that even his real name? If you watch the movies, he don't even know what his name is.
No, he eventually figures it out.
It's an alias.
Run up the middle by Bourne once again. That might be Jason Bourne.
Boletsky's wondering what's going on. Get me in the game.
You've been replaced. 2-minute warning here in this one. Phoenix out in front 10-0, but Miami on a drive. Look at that pirate ship. Those sails, they won't work, Gerald, because they're just strips. Miami at the 5-yard line. 2nd down and 4. Play action. Back of the end zone. Throwing it way too far. The route was too far, Gerald.
Yes, like I don't know what the receiver was doing. And then on top of that, I'm like, hey, man, you ran the ball to get down this close, like, and you I don't know, Mike, you're right at the 5. You got it. You have one of the better backs in the league at your disposal.
Uh-oh. Crone crushed. Blitz by Zylan Gates. strikes home, and now it's fourth and 13. That was third down, so Miami going to have to settle for a field goal. Much more makeable field goal range, Gerald. At least it'll turn it into a one-score game, but I can tell you did not like that.
I did not like the play calling that they had there, right? Like, it's kind of crazy. You have the better back in the league, and you know what you do, right? You have the backup come in, and he has success.
Yeah.
You bring, like I said, one of the better backs in the league right now. He's second in the league in rushing, and you don't run it a single time to try and pick up just 2 to 3 more yards to make that first down, and you throw it, and then you end up going backwards. And one of the routes you were throwing to was just one that took the guy to the end zone. It's like he has one read, and that was it. Not a very good series. Look, Miami got points out of it. They got something out of it to make it a one-score game, but if I am the coach on the sideline, I am not happy with what that is. And plus, the coach calls the plays too, so who knows?
Updated bingo numbers on your screen: 18, 7, 10, 40, 32, and 3. And let's do a pair of bonus numbers, Gerald. I'm going to throw out 41. And what do you want?
I guess I'm going to go one up, 42. Because guess what? We beat y'all by 1 point, so we might as well just put that in there as well.
That's just utterly ridiculous. Oh, don't
Go
raise
Nolan.
the roof. No one can see you but me. There's no reason to be doing that. It's just rude at that point. 41 and 42 are your bonus numbers. Write them down on a napkin. Tillo pass down the right side. Wow, what a nice route. DR Simeon jumps up right between two defenders, catches the ball, and then does a little dance. Well, the clock rolls, minute 30. They have 2 timeouts remaining.
Yep, and guess what? DR Simeon could have actually got up right there, Mike, and actually raised the roof much like I was doing because they're doing something good with success, but he went with the snaky arm thing.
He did. It was,
Like, how you do that?
I can't move like that.
Me neither.
I'd pull a back muscle or something.
It's your 41 age.
You think so?
Yeah.
I was 41 once. That was a little bit ago. Tillo on the screen. The screen did not work. Running back got all bottled up. Second down and 10. Clock stopped with a minute 22.
Yeah, it was a good call. The running back just couldn't get out in space right there as the defenders were coming to kind of knock him around a little bit. But
Jesse Fretz says he's going to turn the car around. Tillo down to the bottom. That one's nearly picked off, but unlike the claws, they can't catch it. Third down and 10.
Man, that was an opportunity for the defender right there. Demetrius Coleman could actually pick that off and kind of took it right in. They could have tied that ball game up, Mike, but New Orleans would have caught it.
Tillo on third and 10 hits Andrews on the slant route that Miami can't stop. Haven't stopped it yet this game. 4 catches, 54 yards for Andrews.
And he's doing it, Mike, like right in between the hash marks. He's just dominating right up the middle on those routes, similar to that, right? Crossing routes, slant routes. He's such a big target. Easy to find.
Let's go now. 30 base.
I got him.
First down and 10, 55 seconds. Clock continues to roll. Andrews in motion. Tillo to throw. Has all day, decides to run with it. That's not going to work. Bottled up in traffic. Gerald, he tried to run straight through the pocket.
Yeah, he tried to run straight through and just gave a gift right back over to Rip QB, right? I do believe you're going to credit Rip QB for his 15th sack of the season. I don't know, Mike. It's 2nd and 17. It's long. I like, how aggressive are you being right now if you're Phoenix?
I would at least try to get half here. If you can get down to the 40 with 1 timeout left, there's still time to call 1 more timeout. Pass down to the bottom. Can he turn up? He only got to the 45, so clock at least stopped with 37 seconds to go. Now you kind of have to, you can get in field goal range if you can get at least close to the first down marker, but it's going to cost you your last time.
Yeah, but don't do anything dangerous to the ball here.
Tillo throws.
What?
Beautiful catch down at the 25-yard line. If only Wilson had thrown a pass like that, then Rochester would have won the game, but I digress. That did not happen.
Yeah, it definitely didn't. we'll take the gift, and we did.
Well, at least you acknowledge that your team didn't actually beat Rochester. You were gifted.
Man, we
a
talk
win.
about it all the time. You a coach, I was a coach at one time. You take what the other team gives you, and we took it.
Ready? 8, read.
Dub.
Go on. Come on. 5.
Tillo, 12 seconds to go. One timeout remaining. Throws that one out of bounds. That may have even been intentional. But 11 seconds to go. They could take a couple shots at the end zone here.
I was wondering if they threw it out looking for a certain path. They threw it right out, and that they were just going to kick it here just in case something crazy happens, but I guess not.
Joe Tillo decides to throw once again.
Oh, wow.
That one's complete at the 10-yard line. So with 6 seconds to go, realistically, you could probably try to squeeze in one play.
They got one more play. I don't know if they're going to do it or if they're going to kick here, but oh man, what a catch. Wow. What a catch, and way to get those feet in, man. And that's what you get when your name is D.R. Simeon.
The doctor is in the building.
Yeah, he comes from a great line of wide receiving. It's a wide receiving family.
Yeah.
Ballers.
Tillo, quick pass, end zone incomplete. Now they'll have to bring out the field goal unit. 3 seconds to go. And I respect that play. You just want to see, hey, if we see a shot, we'll take it. I thought he had a receiver open. Oh, well, you know what? No kicker on the field. We're just going to throw until oblivion.
This is not. Wow.
I no longer respect it. Tillo
what
throws
are you
up
doing?
top. Well, throwing the ball towards the 9-yard line. Gerald?
Like, what are we doing? Can I walk down there and just have a discussion with these people?
Honestly, I'd prefer you do leave the booth. So by all means, go ahead to the sideline.
I can talk to Miami about their field goal attempts, and I can talk to Phoenix about their
lack
non-field goal,
of
field goal attempts. So, but I don't know, Mike. It's still a one-score game, even after Phoenix had all the momentum.
Yeah, 10-3 at the half. Phoenix out in front over Miami. It easily should be 13-3, but it's not. Tillo and the Skyhawks with some questionable play calling there at the end of the half. I thought for sure with 3 seconds left. That short play, you had 6 seconds left. He dropped back. He looked. I thought he had a receiver open, but I don't think he did. He threw it too far out in front. Honestly, that looked like it was potentially intentional. Just he's not open. Let me just stop the clock here. Trot out your field goal team, but the offense stays out there, and ultimately it costs them some points. We'll see here in the second half if that's going to come back to haunt them, as Miami is going to get the ball to start the second half. They have an opportunity now, Gerald, to potentially tie the game up on this drive. I'm Mike Daggs. He is Gerald Smith. Cameron Irvine on production, back at UFL HQ. Appreciate y'all joining us this evening for Week 15 Coast to Coast as the Phoenix Skyhawks visit the always sunny and hot Miami.
Humid.
Hot, humid. There's lizards. I like the lizards, though. How do you feel about wild lizards?
I don't mind lizards, man. They eat all the spiders and stuff. So
little gnats and stuff. Flies.
No, that's like, well, dude, you know what's cool when the sun starts to go down, the geckos come out, watching them attack the mosquitoes and
mosquitoes. Isn't it mosquitoes?
Mosquitoes. Look, man.
They attack them there mosquitoes. Chimney hee-haw. Look at that run by Boletsky up the middle. Nice carry to get the second half started. 44 yards. He got about 12 on that one. But my lovely wife, not a fan of seeing lizards in the wild. She gets all freaked out. So I try to catch them and then put them on her. That's not smart. It doesn't go well for me at all.
Oh, definitely not. But they are harmless creatures.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, unless you're a mosquito. Boletsky. You deserve it and you know it. Boletsky with a 5-yard pickup.
There we go. Look, Miami, now they got the ball, and they've able to force them not to score a touchdown. It was, I think, and that's another thing. It was a guess from Phoenix to Miami to end the half, but still a one-score game. See if they could take advantage.
Second and 5. Yeah, ball picked up. Catch made by Troy Polamalu. Buck Wild. Same hair. It's hard to tell the difference.
It's really long.
Polamalu is so far retired now, though. I'm really aging myself with that reference.
Yeah, he was Man, he just did such like reckless things.
Yeah, but he
It was
had to be
great.
one of the greatest football players of all time. I loved watching that guy.
It
play.
was really good. Played hard.
Oh yeah, every single snap. It didn't matter. He'd be out there for special teams. You know,
No one does that anymore. No one plays like
just
everything.
everything. Yeah, yeah. He was the Swiss Army knife of defense. Definitely somebody to model your player after if you're into such things.
Watch a buck wild. It's like, you hear him? I look like him. I model myself at him. I want defense.
He needs to use some of that shampoo and conditioner that Polamalu used to sling in his ads he would do. Anyway, Crone passed down to the bottom. That one is caught, but a very short gain. It's now going to be a 3rd down and 8. Picked up, he got about half of what he needed, so a little bit better than I thought it was.
Miami just does not look comfortable like at all here. It's weird. I mean, look, and they should have opportunity. It's man coverage here.
Need to pick this one up, and they do. Nice catch in traffic. Crone now with over 100 yards on the day, starting to get a little bit more efficient now. Wild with another catch.
Yeah, look, and I think he just stopped and just had positioning over the DB right there, right? Just got his big body up front, kind of posted out the defender a little bit right there. And that's what you get. Like when you have man coverage, you can get a little bit of separation if your quarterback sees you in time, because the DB has to react to the wide receiver. The wide receiver has the advantages in those cases.
1st down and 10 in Phoenix territory. Crone back to pass. Decides to go up
he was
top,
out of
and that
bounds.
one, a little too close to the sideline. Pass is incomplete. Open air booth here, no windows, so I'm going to have to, when I get a chance, I have to look up what time the mosquitoes come out, see if I need to put on some bug spray.
At dusk.
Okay. What time's that?
I think we're safe.
We still got like another hour. Boletsky with a short pickup. Yeah, the game should be done before the.
When you hear
mosquitoes.
when you start hearing like where we're at down here in Miami, you start hearing like the frogs
Yeah,
and then the crickets. Yeah,
yeah. Then the alligators eat them, and you don't hear them anymore.
Alligators eat frogs.
Why would they not? It's a little. People eat frogs.
Oh, what was this?
People eat gators too.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
What was that?
Well,
What-
incompletion.
Yeah, but Holiday, it was so weird and funky. Watch this, Mike. It was just it's like I got it. Wait, oh no, let me just throw it back up. I don't know what that was.
Seven Martin just I don't know. He tackled Holiday in an
It
awkward
almost
spot, made him drop.
So you know what that reminded me of? It's like World Cup when you like barely touch them and
Yeah.
they fall down.
Yeah.
And it was so dramatic. That looked
Red flag.
so dramatic.
Wow, nice punt. Dropped down at the 5-yard line. A great job by John Massa there. But Miami's still trailing, Gerald. They had their opportunity to try to get this one knotted up in their opening possession of the second half. Peters out. Tillo's first half numbers, 18-25, 234 yards, a touchdown, no pick. Both quarterbacks keeping it clean tonight. And Payne Price, the league's leading rusher, had some alligator on Thursday night. So that's what gets you to be able to be a better rusher in the UFL, eating gators.
Yeah, man.
Jesse Fretz now up to a grand total of $7 in super chats in this broadcast. You can eat anything that comes out of the water. I strongly disagree.
No, you can.
No, you can.
You put enough fire.
Wow, look
to
at
it.
that nice pass over the middle. Sorry, go ahead.
You put enough fire to it, burn whatever
Oh, yeah,
thing
yeah.
you think might be dangerous right off of it.
Sure. What happens?
We eat crawfish and stuff.
I know those are bugs. What do you think happens when if you try to take fire to a jellyfish? You think it's gonna just cook it up?
No,
I think it was
was
just. You know what would happen? It
just
would be
melt.
like, I think it would be the same thing as when you take cotton candy and dunk it in water and it just disappears from existence. I think if you throw a jellyfish on a grill, it'll just sizzle away into oblivion and be gone. First down catch made by.
It's made of all water. We just
Yeah,
evaporate.
you just evaporate on the grill. 8-yard pickup on that first down pass reception. Second down and 2 coming up.
Look, and right before the play before this, Mike, guess who is right up the middle again, just killing it, right up the middle is Andrews, right in the middle, just kind of just
Yeah, Yeah,
He's killing it.
he was
right,
open.
right in between the hashes. And they can't
Bino
stop it.
with the catch on that one. Interesting to see if they get Simeon going here anymore in the second half. Well, we're going to stick to the pass game for right now, and it is working. I mean, Tillo now 21 of 28. So he's only had 7 incompletions on 28 passing attempts and no interceptions. So, you know, he's having himself a good night.
Yeah, look, and they're holding the ball and they're keeping it and they're keeping it moving, right? The longer they hold on to the ball, the less time Miami has an opportunity to do anything.
No.
Oh wow,
That was dangerous. Double coverage was trying to hit a slant route. You can make soup of it with interesting results. Of jellyfish?
Jellyfish soup? Would it be just jelly?
Can you put it on toast? Tillo on second down.
Oh,
Tries to break the sack, can't do it, goes down. Crone gets the sack in the backfield. The big DT makes it 3rd and 18.
he's amped up and he's yelling at the sideline. I can tell he's yelling up. Now offense, that's how we do. We do what we can. We held them to 10 points and we get you guys to put some points on the board right there.
Is
And
he speaking Cajun?
yeah, why wouldn't he? He's they're in the South.
Well, yeah, southeast.
Yeah, that's not the same.
Not really.
This is the
Miami and New Orleans
They're
are
actually
not
further,
the-
actually further south.
They are.
Well, I tell you what, where I'm from is not the same as New Orleans. And we talk way different.
Yeah,
Well, I used to.
I've noticed. 3rd and 18. Pass is good, but only for a gain of 8. 4th down. Still on their own side of the field. Hands Bino with the catch. Not able to get the first. And Phoenix will have to punt that back. Miami with their 4th sack. Brings them up to 45 on the season. That's 5th most in the league. So they've certainly been making life difficult for opposing quarterbacks and keeping their offense in the game. But the offense has to step up and do something. Gerald, you're not going to win a game with only 3 points, especially when your opponent already has 10.
Nope, they're literally looking like the sails on their ship that's out of the end zone of the stadium
It's not gonna
with
work.
torn, shearing up sails.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, I mean, they got to do something because look, even Boletsky himself is not having a terrible day, Mike. As we,
Well,
won
not
about 2.5
Not now.
quarters. But
Yeah, that's all second half numbers. I'd love to see that comparison. Started and since, where it shows how many yards he had at the beginning of the game versus now. Well, I say that and he's got nothing really there. Only a 1-yard pickup. But in the first half, he was really held in check, but he's had a few big runs here in the second half, but not enough to sustain a drive.
No, because they end up like petering it out and everything else, and the passing offense has not been great.
Play action. Rob Crone throws up top. That one's complete. 2 feet in for Tiberius Bovine Jr. 20-yard catch.
As he pulls out the sword and stabs there.
Well, he's a pirate. So he's going to do piratey
Is that a
things.
sword, or you call it a scimitar? What do you call that? Like, what do pirates call
Well,
it?
I don't think anyone calls it a scimitar. What, did you just make that word up?
Is it called a scimitar, or
I
is
don't
it
know.
pronounced a scimitar?
Somebody was on dictionary.com this morning and decided, I'm going to use me one of them big
No,
words.
like what's it called? Is that
Well,
a
the sword, yeah.
The
I think
sword, yeah, but
everybody
it's
under the
different.
sun except you calls it a sword.
Someone's literally going to say he's right. There's a scimitar.
No, nobody.
Or is it a scimitar?
Nobody-
Is the C silent in
I
scimitar?
guarantee you nobody's going to say that.
Well, it's like sword. Sword, the W is silent, like sword, but it's sword.
Right.
Maybe it's scimitar.
Maybe it's a knife. I don't know. Crone, he pronounced that K, going deep down the left sideline, and
Oh.
it's picked off, but he goes out of bounds, incomplete.
Wait,
But a
it
flag on the
wasn't-
play, and there's holding on the offense. So it's all for nothing.
Wow.
Come on, set.
So now,
It's like the defender caught it and
Second.
the receiver ripped it out of his hand. It was
yeah,
just-
10-yard penalty. Yeah, I thought that was picked, but he was too close to the sideline. He handed it to Boletsky at 2nd and 17. Boletsky
Wow.
can't get the first, but he's face masked.
Oh,
Face mask.
wow.
Defense.
And now an automatic first down up to the 45-yard line.
Whatever you can do. Look, like I said, you have to give what the defense is giving you, the opponent is giving you, right? Much like New Orleans today.
Ready, ready.
Rochester gave us a touchdown and we took it.
Sure did. You're welcome.
Anytime.
We
I was
felt
taking
bad
it
for you.
anytime. You did not.
We did. Felt bad you were only 4 and 10. Second down and 19. Now Hernandez.
5 and 10. 5 and 10.
Yeah, but, well, you were 4 and something. 10.
No,
Yeah.
we were as in past tense. I don't know where you. Man, they do something good. They give the opponent gives them something good, and they just put it in the commode and flush it.
Second down and 19. Boletsky on a handoff on second and 19.
Lord,
They've done this a few times, Gerald. Now it's going to result in a 3rd and 20.
like they just go forward, some positivity, and then you end up sliding backwards. I just don't understand.
Well, we'll see what they can do here on 3rd and 20. At this point, just throw caution into the wind and throw the football into the wind, too. See if you can get a deep pass. They got to get it all the way down to the 35-yard line to pick up the first here.
Your wide receiver at top looks just tired or something. He don't look healthy.
Crone throws, gets it. Oh, and he drops the ball.
Oh, my God.
It was in his hands, and he just dropped it.
Yes, and look, and I do think it may have been Holiday up top that just looks like he was all disheveled or something, and he just did not look healthy. Looking, it just, and the other monitor I was looking there, he just was slumped down like he was tired, breathing hard, and his hands just didn't work.
Well, Miami's going to have to punt this one away again. Have a new viewer in the chat, Gerald Justin Case, Florida. He just found the channel, and as a Floridian. Floridian. Is that like fluoride?
Ha, ha, ha.
You having
I
a
am
stroke?
correct. No. Payne Price 32 says, there's a scimitar. Woo-hoo. Got it. Scimitar.
I'm so happy for you.
I just need to know if it's pronounced scimitar.
I don't think
even
it
know
is.
this thing.
Tillo completes it. No one's going to catch him. To the house. Touchdown, Phoenix. And they extend their lead back to a 2-score game.
Wow. They just rolled right out of there, and D.R. Simeon takes it. Didn't have anybody within 5 to 8 yards of him, and just route runs everybody by close to 10 yards into the end zone. 80 yards, Mike. And the way this game is going, Mike, this might be it.
Unbelievable.
Wow. And he pulls out the guns on him. Watch this. Watch this, Mike. Pew, pew.
Is that what
Maybe
those
that
are?
wasn't that it.
I don't think those were guns.
I think he was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like,
He's just pointing to the sky. This one's for you. Whoever. I don't know his religious preference, or maybe
Yeah.
he's honoring a fallen friend.
I don't know. I like
I
the
don't know
pew pew. He hit him with the
Yeah.
pew pews.
Could be. Another $5 super chat. Jesse Fretz up to $12 in super chats now. Appreciate you, Jesse. He says this is a scimitar, which has a silent C, much like Darius Iniguez in the SFL, was a sword used by warriors of the Ottoman Empire, modern-day Turkey, while pirates employed the shorter, lighter cutlass. Ergo, no, he was not using a scimitar because he's a pirate. Gyar.
It looks like a scimitar.
It's scimitar. It's a
Scimitar.
silent C.
That's what I said.
You don't learn.
That's what I said.
But you didn't, though. Oh, look at
Yeah.
updated.
I know what.
updated bingo numbers.
Sure do.
Should we do more bonus numbers?
I think we do.
All right. What do you want to do?
Right. I'll go first.
Yeah.
You got to play. You got to play the game. I'll go with 28.
28 is a bonus number.
Sure.
Well, in good old Rochester fashion, I'll do 27.
That's what I'm talking about. 28 to 27.
And for Justin Case, who doesn't even know what we're talking about, probably join the Discord, and you can find bingo cards. We play bingo while we watch football because why not play 2 games at once? You can watch some football. You can get yourself a player, and you can earn some points to be able to progress your player. Plenty of players left to claim. And, yeah, it's good stuff. So Jesse Fretz says, blame Hollywood movies. So getting back to the Jason Bourne franchise, one of my favorites, by the way. David Webb was his actual name. And he did learn that.
That's what I said, Jason Bourne.
No, David Webb.
That's not a real person. It's not a real person.
No, you said it was. This is all very confusing.
No.
Man,
Jason-
Bolesky's struggles.
Jason Bourne is a real person.
No, it's not. That was an alias.
They're weaving a really tangled web.
David Webb. That was his
Yeah, I
name.
guess so.
Give it up.
You ever played the video game? It's so intense too, like the Bourne Conspiracy.
No,
video
I
game.
haven't. Is it good?
Yeah, you're smashing people's faces on like
Well,
sinks in the
What's better than that?
bathroom.
3 quarters down, 12 minutes remains here in Miami as the Skyhawks up in front. 2 full touchdowns now over the hometown Pirates. You're watching the UFL on the Virtual Football Network. I'm Mike Dykes, he's Gerald Smith, Cameron Irvine, and a thunderstorm back at UFL HQ. As Wild not able to haul that one in, and another drive stalls out for Miami. So at what point do you think they just start going for it on 4th and 14?
I
Not
don't know.
yet, but you know.
I don't know, Mike. It's actually kind of getting to that point, I think, right? Because, I mean, look, we just started the 4th, but, man, it's like they've had no momentum.
None.
And when they've been given opportunities, they've done nothing with it.
Well, speaking of giving out opportunities, Phoenix with great starting field position here at their own 49-yard line. And this is not even the first time that they've had great starting field position like that. Tillo's updated numbers. He's having an incredible night, 23 of 31, a pair of touchdowns, and plenty of yards to boot. And they're gonna keep on slinging it, Gerald, even up 2 scores.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you're having a lot of success right now. That was strange.
Yeah.
You're going to pump fake it to them, and then you're going to throw it to them.
Maybe he didn't think he was looking the first time.
It's
He
possible.
pump fake. DJ! Huh? Throws him the ball. Oh.
327 passing yards allowed by this Miami defense.
It's quite a bit.
It's just, man, and it's at home, and this is the perfect. I think it's a perfect opportunity for them to, get a win, Mike. Like before, like the last week of the season, and before the playoffs start.
Tillo over the middle. Caught by Simeon once again. We've seen Chris Andrews feasting over the middle with slant routes for Phoenix, but 2 big plays, 138 yards combined between the 2 deep passes to Sands and Simeon. And both of those, well, one resulting in a score, another one resulting in setting up what ultimately became their first touchdown of the game. Really the big difference maker in this one. But passes like the one you just saw, I mean, just throwing dimes to the sideline. Now they're going to challenge that one. So
I think it might be a pretty decent catch.
it was close. So $5 super chat while we're watching the review from Damon Simeon. He says Dags is Pat Summerall and Gerald is John Madden. These 2 guys are entertaining. Keep the conversations going, guys. Appreciate that, Damon. You know Madden.
I do know Madden.
No, I said you're no Madden.
No, I am not Madden.
There's a guy who's not John Madden.
And is this guy?
Play, the rhythm on the field stands.
Did you see that, Pat? That means that they get to keep the catch. Boom. First down.
Boomity, boomity, boom.
Thanks, John.
Oh man,
They're
he
up
was
to the 27.
he was so delayed toward the end.
Summerall or
Summerall?
Oh yeah, yeah. It was painful. It's like, my guy, you're a legend, but retired.
Oh, he broke it.
Tillo slides his way up to the 18-yard line. 2nd down and 1, and wait about 30 seconds, and then Summerall would go. There he goes. It's like, no, he went. He's done now. Slides down at the 18. Delayed draw handoff. DJ gets the first down up to the 14-yard line, and now Phoenix can start to get into the territory where they just need to chew some clock. So watch out, there might be a pick 6 thrown in here.
Yeah, I don't think so, right? It's just, I mean, we all know the great Matt Wilson, but he also was a gunslinger too, right?
Yeah.
The master of throwing ducks.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes to the other team.
I'm pretty sure he threw that ball end over end on purpose. It's like, Matt, why are you holding the point of the football and throwing it like a punt?
Because I can.
Yeah.
Because he could.
That throws off the defense. It sure does, Matt. 2nd down at 5. Oh, look at that. Clean running lane. He ran about 15 yards to go 5 and goes untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Phoenix. Put this one in the bag. It is done.
Wow, yeah, this is and this is in dominating fashion, Mike, right? So it's like you're on 9 yards, a little bit of a delayed handoff, off tackle in there doing that stuff. They just, man, this is a dominant performance by Phoenix. I don't know, man. Miami just looks, I mean, where it's bad. Like I don't know. Right, a team that sits at where they're at, and you know, and coming into this game, you think both teams were right about evenly matched, and especially at home, right? And you would get teams that are evenly matched. The home team, the slight favorite coming in, but man, Phoenix came in here and just took their scimitars and was doing what they want to do with them.
Scimitars.
It just spelled that way. I can't help it.
We're not watching the Ottoman Empire. It's a sword. It's a pirate sword.
I've been calling it scimitars, and no one has ever corrected me in all my
45
years of life. This is insane.
But yet I've corrected you 3 times tonight alone.
Old habits die hard.
Scimitar. Nope.
See, you just said it.
Yeah, I was making fun.
That's why I keep saying it. Go Claws. That's something that ain't got a silent C on it.
Go Laws. Now it's got a silent C. Miami, let's see if they're able to do anything at this point. Throw your playbook into the wind and let it blow away, and you know, try something else. Try anything else.
60 Pittsburgh.
As Virtual Football Network has pointed out, we got a big matchup coming up as that pass actually complete up to about midfield. Huge matchup at the top of the East coming up next. We got New York at 11-3 and Dallas at 10-4. A couple of the top teams. You also have St. Louis up there at the top of the standings in the Great East. As Miami, obviously, they're going to fall to 6-9 on the season in the East. They'll be right down there near the bottom with Rochester and New Orleans, which really paints the picture, Gerald. Oh, finally a nice catch. Getting all the way down. They think he was still in bounds, but out at the 15. You know, here we are, you know, taking jabs back and forth about who won and, you know, who let whom win and gifts here and there. We're both 5-10. We're both tied for last in the East. What are we even bragging about here? Even if Rochester had won, we'd be at 6-9. Right down there with Miami.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing, right? So Miami could very well they do not play well at home. 1 win at home, which is odd, right? Which is odd all in general. So I mention that because I know the Claws themselves are really terrible at home. 1 win out of 8 total tries. So, you know, so it's just things like that. And I don't understand how teams look. And Salt Lake is another one that has 1 win at home, right? You know, throughout this entire season. Look at it. Just what are you doing? Just stop juking.
Oh, the ball was fumbled out. And picked up.
What is going on right now? He was just playing around like, look, I can move. Look, mama, I can dance. Listen, Holiday, man, I don't know what. Got lucky their offensive lineman came there and picked it up.
First down and goal from the 2. Fires end zone. If that's not pass interference, I don't know what pass interference is.
Yeah, but they didn't even have to throw it to him. They had another guy that was wide open closer. I don't know what Crone saw there.
First and goal from the 1. Ball handed off.
Bolesky.
No, tackled at the 1.
Well, Mike, after I mentioned something, he was 11 for 51 yards. He's now 19 for 53.
Faster!
Second down and goal. That's terrible.
Not good.
Second and goal from the 1. Crone Looks towards the end zone, dances in the pocket, and now it is 3rd and goal from the 11. Meanwhile, Ellie Diomez in the chat saying good morning to the UFL and saying hi to us. Meanwhile, here in the beautiful states, it's 6 and 7 in the evening here on the East Coast. Pass towards the end zone, incomplete. What do they do here? 4th and goal from the 11. You need 3 touchdowns. Do you just shoot for one here?
Yes. Mike, I just don't know. Like, everything they could have possibly done to mess this up, they have done it. And maybe that's mean to say, but it just seems that way. Like, they've had opportunities. They were there, and you seen Bolesky try to get in, and he gets knocked down right before he gets in. And then you had the pass interference when you had a guy that was wide open, and you just missed him.
Ready. 10 Lobo.
Ellie reminded me she's from the future, also known as Australia, which I guess is in the future. 4th and goal, end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Miami. Buck Wild gets the receiving touchdown and makes the score look a little bit more respectable, but you're going to need to do some onside kicks or something. I don't know.
And this is great, right? Great that they scored a touchdown, but man, like, did you not see like the other wide receiver, maybe even the tight end, kind of, on an out route way? There was no defenders in his way or whatever else. They scored a touchdown. That's what they needed, but it's just the choices with the ball. It's just not been very good.
Extra point is up and good, 24-10. Some updated bingo numbers as well on your screen. And Jesse Fretz says this game is still winnable. Down by 14 points, 6:47 to go. You got only 2 timeouts. So,
I mean, we've seen
crazier things.
We've seen a comeback recently.
Have we?
Yeah.
What were you down by? 13 with 4 minutes to go, I think?
Something like that.
Yeah. And we threw the game away. Go Pioneers.
I mean, I like to think that we won it.
No, you didn't. You didn't. You lost.
It's in the win column. I don't know.
You lost.
We had 4 wins coming in. Now we have 5. I don't understand.
I know. Me neither. It's backwards. You should be 4-11. You're 4-11 in my heart.
We live in reality, Mike.
Tillo, 26-34. Having himself a good night. His season high, 410 yards. If he keeps on throwing, he might actually pass that. He's got to pass it to the receiver, though, to get a completion.
Needs 30 more yards. Like, and for Phoenix, I think for them not to let this slip away, just keep doing what you've been doing, right? Like, which is, don't change the game plan. You've been being successful. What you've been doing, keep doing it.
Tillo over the middle. That one is complete. Got about half of what he needed to get to his new season high. Only 9 more yards to go to pass his season high. And why not do it in a game like this one where you've just looked great in every aspect of the game?
Yeah, and they're doing a lot of damage over the middle too there, Mike, right? You've seen, like, D.R. Simeon's catch that he actually got and went right down. It was like almost him coming right across the middle, right, around the hash marks and being able to pick up the ball and keep on running. So got something going on in defense.
The score is there again. It's just haunting me now.
Yeah, why wouldn't it be?
Well, because we've already seen it. We should change the lower third.
No, it's keeping everyone abreast of the recent game results.
Yeah.
Every single sports league does it.
Whatever.
And they need to know where everybody's at, right? Especially with the playoffs right around the corner.
2nd down and 4.
4 more yards, Mike, in the air.
Now we're going to run now. Simeon runs forward for about a 12-yard pickup. Now with 54 yards on the day. Fresh set of downs for Phoenix. We'll see what they do with it here. I mean, they've just got to run the clock. And, a key thing when running clock, Gerald, is ball security. You got to take care of that ball.
Yeah. Everyone knew it except Matt.
Yep, Matt's like, nah.
Mike, watch this.
Yeah. Oh, I watched. And there it is.
That's it.
No, he
dropped it. Oh,
Second down and 10. It was close. Thought he caught it, but
well, he got that
'twas not to be.
season high. No, it wasn't.
50 plant.
Second down and 10 from the 33-yard line. 5:08 to go in the ball game. Tillo throws, caught, new season highs. He gets it all the way down to the 19-yard line. 421 yards now on the day, and still 5 minutes to go. So season high for him, and he'll continue to
season high.
Continue to add on to it if he keeps on throwing, which he will. Tillo steps up in the pocket, has time, throws down to the bottom. That was complete to DJ Simeon, and adds on a couple more yards to his day.
Yeah, that puts Tillo in the top 10, top 8 actually.
Yeah,
in the league in most passing yards
on the season.
Yeah, so he's doing really good.
2nd and 6, ball handed off, getting about 5 is Wells on his first carry of the ball game. 3rd down and 1 coming up here. Now, we've seen a 3rd and 1 before, and he threw it 58 yards.
Yep.
What are we going to do here?
Ain't 58 yards here, Mike. I think there's about 9.
Not unless he's giving away another souvenir. Ball's handed off. Wells breaks a tackle, gets the first down. First down and goal now from the 7.
He just tried to run right through a guy, and he did. And it took a DB to jump on his back to bring him down.
He looks slow, too. He's running with them cement shoes.
I know. And I don't know, man. Like, everything, Miami's done nothing right. Like, hey, you think if you're a player, right, and you can't win at home, you think you might want to change up yours a little. Let's just wear away uniforms so we fool ourselves and think we're not playing at home.
It is very odd to see a team 1-6 at home. Tillo has time, fires back to the end zone, incomplete. And that'll bring up 2nd down and goal.
Yeah, they don't even have to throw it anymore. They can just run it out. They're winning a record on the road.
Yeah. Tillo fires down to the 4.
Wow.
That one's caught.
Still kept. He's just that mad. He just tackled. Just kept riding him out of bounds.
They're down in goal. From the 4-yard line, Tillo up top, caught, but no gain. In fact, he's going to lose a yard. Watch him lose so many yards. He falls off of his average, or his new high on the season.
I don't think it's going to lose that much. I mean, but they're gonna kick a field goal here, right? Like if they, it's 4th and goal. Yeah, they'll kick it. They're just trying to use up some time, and
22-yarder from the right hash to make it a 17-point advantage. Kick is up. Kick is good. 27-10. Phoenix over Miami at home. Yeah, you look at like a team like, let's pick on, New Orleans. So 1-7 at home. Meanwhile, 3-3 on the road coming into this week. And but man, you got a team like Miami that they're going to end up being 1-6 at home at this point, and 5-3 on the road. That looks reversed.
It is. Look, and they're not the only team that's actually like that, right? Like you mentioned, New Orleans, the same thing, 1-7.
Oh, will you look at that?
Look at that. Yeah, see, look, there's a W and an L. There's no score. You said the score was haunting you. We need to put letters on the bingo card now.
Yeah. Look for an L in Rochester.
L means losing or loser, or that doesn't mean win or winners.
Yeah. That's just mean.
It's not. It's accurate.
It is accurate, yeah. In football, there's winners and losers, and Rochester was a loser today. by 1 because they gave away the game to the team that was about to lose.
Yeah.
We felt bad. We didn't want you to be on the bottom all by
Yes,
yourself.
you guys-
We're
you
like,
guys-
we'll join you down there,
you-
you pathetic excuse
You guys,
for a
you guys
team.
were kind enough to take the L, and you did. We'll take it.
2nd and 7 as Miami tries to get back into it.
Oh.
Crone almost sacked once. This time he is sacked. 2-minute warning as he had a huge loss on that play. It's going to be 3rd down and 23 coming up here on the other side of the 2-minute warning. Phoenix 27, Miami 10. Crone to throw. Gets it out over the middle. That one's nearly picked off, but a flag on the
Yeah,
play.
the guy goes PI right there.
Now, there's some other teams in the league that have the same sort of record. LA 2-6 at home, 5-2 on the road. You got Salt Lake City 2-5 at home, 4-4 on the road. So home field advantage, maybe not quite the thing that it once was. A nice pass over the middle gets him down inside the 20-yard line. Could have used that much earlier as Terrell Cooper gets another catch.
I mean, or you can look at, like Rochester. They're just losers at home and away because they're 3-5 at home and they're 2-5 on the road. So
Yeah,
I mean, it could be like that.
it could be. It could be. I hope when you leave the booth, you trip on the stairs and break your ankle. And I say that with all the love in the world, that I truly hope that it comes true.
It's all good, man.
2nd down and 10 from the 18-yard line. Pass up top is complete for a 6-yard pickup. 3rd and 4. You know, they do still have a chance, but they'd have to have a better sense of urgency, Gerald.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's even a chance, Mike. Like, because it's just, I would say this is the best they've looked getting down here all game. But
Pass
even
end
this
zone
is looked,
touchdown. No, dropped.
even that. See what I mean? You see what I mean? Like, even this has looked funky and dirty and messy, and you know what I mean? And they fit it into a tight window right there with Bovine Jr. when he wasn't even the guy I would even throw it to. You had a guy running right up the middle, like open. He just got behind the linebackers. I don't understand. Like, it's
Robert Henson in the chat saying that me wishing for you to break your ankle on the stairs is aggressive. No, I think what would be aggressive is me pushing you down the stairs so you break your ankle.
well. I think that's a very likely scenario.
Yeah, it is, depending on how many more things you say. So we'll see. 4th and 4 really does come down to this. If they can convert, maybe they've got a shot. Crone, end zone, touchdown. And we'll see an onside kick try coming up after this.
Kick over
They've cut it down to a 10-point game.
Yeah, he's pretty amped up there. I just wanted to see him kick over the pylon cam, but but he made it. Look, good throw. That was one of the receivers found himself open right there, and Chrome made a good throw. Oh, not a bad angle there.
And you wanted the pylon cam to get kicked.
Well, after that, he could have just kicked it out of frustration and just dropped the ball, kicked the pylon cam, and said, "We should be playing better than this at home. We're not so good. Let's not be Rochester."
Extra point is up and good.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm gonna be back being professional now. I don't know.
You're just drunk on
What's my deal?
success. Success you didn't earn.
Look, because we haven't had a whole lot of success. I gotta chug it when I get it.
5 wins on the season for the Claws. 5 for Rochester. Miami will end up 6-9 after this game. Couple of teams down there in the Great West who actually have had a little bit worse seasons than even Rochester and New Orleans. Vegas coming into the week at 3-11, Minnesota 3-11. But in this league, Gerald, everybody gets at least a shot at the playoffs. The overall regular season ranking just, whoa, look at that. Oh, picked up by Miami.
No.
Wait, no, the Skyhawks got it.
Wow.
I thought we had an interesting game.
A little crazy.
So,
I mean, could you just see it, Mike? Like, look, you can see it down the bottom right there. Dakota, right? 14-1.
yeah,
Struggled with Vegas.
Right.
Right. And they're 3-12 now. So, who knows?
everyone getting at least a shot at the playoffs, and then you see where it goes from there. But obviously the road a little bit more difficult for the teams like Rochester, New Orleans, Vegas, and Minnesota. And Salt Lake came into the week at 5-9 as well. Just down there near the bottom of the ranks, they're going to go up against some of the top teams, in the playoffs. If they're going to have a shot at the championship, it's going to be a very tall task.
Yeah, it's the gauntlet, right? You win the games early, right? You have a very minimal amount of games you need to win. If you didn't produce during the season, you got to prove it.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Timeout called by Miami, their final. 51 seconds to go.
I don't know why they're saying holding me back on the radio in the stands, but they holding themselves
Well,
back.
the DJ is,
Trying to stay positive.
see, you were drunk on success. He's just drunk. So we're not sure why he's still employed, actually. But you got to think, he's the hometown DJ for Miami, right? He's had a very tough season, sitting up there trying to play songs to keep the fans in on the games, and they're like, man, you've only won once. Maybe it's the music. Maybe it's his selection of songs that's really uninspired the
motivated.
team.
Dropping some Guns N' Roses.
There you go. Some Van Halen.
Or
Kiss.
Bon Jovi, because they need to.
No, not
they're
Bon
not,
Jovi.
well, they're halfway there. They might be living on a
he's
prayer.
Canadian. Crone, deep downfield. Oh, and he could have caught it and walked into the end zone.
Yeah,
Gerald, that would have made it a 3-point game.
Junior, what are you doing?
Unbelievable.
He would have probably stumbled on his feet and fell at that one.
Coming up next, we got New York at Dallas, 11-3 at 10-4. Huge matchup up there at the top of the East. And Crone, one final dry heave of hope into the mess of players, and that is all she wrote. Phoenix comes away with the win. They find some success here in Miami. 27-17 your final. Tillo with a new high on the season, 427 yards. His previous was 410. Gerald, as we head into the final stats here, your final thoughts on this game?
I think it was Miami had every opportunity to take advantage of what they could have done. They just looked really bad the entire game, right? And their defense kept them in it for a little while, Mike.
They sure
kept
did.
them in it, pretty good. And even Phoenix made some mistakes, but Miami just could not get any momentum going on offense. And guess what? They just sputtered the entire game, and Phoenix just took what they gave them and did it, and and Tillo did really good, and Crone and the offense just did not have anything looking, and maybe they just want to get out of the stadium and not play here. Maybe it's good for them, Mike, going into the gauntlet after next week's game.
Yeah,
Playing on the road.
They play better on the road. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they just thrive off of airplane snacks. They get that little package of pretzels, and it just gives them the fuel they need to find a win. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws now.
Yeah, something. I don't know, but
I don't know either. It's bizarre, their success that they've had on the road, and like you said, they'll be on the road a lot in the playoffs if they're able to win some games there. So Phoenix is able to improve to 7-8 on the season. Miami, of course, falls to 6-9. Next up for Phoenix next week, they'll be on the road in San Diego. They'll be taking on the Wildcats. For Miami, they'll finish at home. So Gerald, your Claws might have a shot at back-to-back wins as they come into Miami and take on the Pirates, where they have found little success. Make sure you watch out for those scimitars that are not pronounced scimitar.
Well, we could go 5-3 on the road.
Yeah.
Because we're now 4-3 because we beat some other team on the road. We're
Yeah.
not going to say who they were. But we too don't need to play at home. We're 1-7.
This has been a presentation of the UFL on the Virtual Football Network. Make sure you stay tuned, because next we have New York at Dallas. That's sure to be a great game. Appreciate y'all joining us this evening for this one. For Gerald Smith, Cameron Irvine, and Matt Wilson, who is always with me in spirit, I'm Mike Dykes. Thanks for joining us. And remember, be kind to one another and always choose happy. Have yourselves a great night. We'll see you next time.
This is UFL Coast to Coast. Here on this Sunday evening, here on the Virtual Football Network. It's a battle atop the Great East Conference. New York and Dallas, with playoff positioning highly on the line, a double bye at stake, potentially. With New York, a win controlling their destiny. Dallas, a chance to stay in the hunt. Hello, folks. I'm Tyler Falk, joined in the booth by Josh Zirkle. Cameron Irvine is in production. We are glad you could join us here this Sunday evening. Josh, this one has the makings, the ingredients, you would say, for a slugfest.
Yeah, this could really be an instant classic, Tyler. Indeed, a great matchup between two of the very best that the Great East Conference has to offer. New York Lightning, after ripping off a 7-game win streak to start the season, they still need a Dallas loss either this week or next to lock up the 2 seed in the playoffs. And Dallas needs to win here and get some help as well.
All right, and we are underway here in Texas as the opening kickoff is taken down for a touchback in their own end zone. And so Dallas is led out under center by Cameron Duty. He's a gunslinger. He's going to try and air it out here to begin the game. Looking near side, wide open. Receiver is Miles Savage for a gain of about 15 to begin the game.
Great start. Cameron Duty loves to sling it. We do like to see quarterbacks throw it on first down. Cameron Duty putting a lot of air under that. And Savage getting both toes in. Nice way to start the ball game. And Dallas really does need to come out swinging here, Tyler. New York is no slouch by any stretch. And this is a kind of Texas welcome you can expect from the Dallas Talons.
Absolutely. Both these teams top 5 in terms of overall defense. So expect not a whole lot of scoring tonight unless Duty can do this. Scrambling forward, a gain of 13 as he crosses midfield.
Dallas knows they need to pull out all the stops. The Great East Conference has been as snug as you could hope. St. Louis winning today. They've basically locked up a double bye, either the 1 or 2 seed in the East playoff bracket. And it's going to be one of these 2 teams most likely that's going to take that other double bye. And how great for us that they're actually meeting head-to-head tonight.
And the STL scored all their points in the first half here on the Gauntlet, and now they're watching their 2 closest rivals in the conference do battle here. Another catch there by Savage, another first down. 3 plays that go for 10 yards or more to begin the ball game.
What an advantage Dallas has opening on offense at home. And this offense looks like they've been playing already in mid-game form.
Blitz coming, a go route looking for the always dangerous Rashard Lockey, and he just couldn't hold it in. As we take a look finally at the entirety of the Dallas offense, that O-line gonna have some trouble against the D-line of New York here tonight.
Yes, the fair and gentle Ezra Swift anchoring that offensive line. And then Jaden Swift in the backfield already has 1,200 yards rushing and 11 touchdowns on the season, but still looking for more tonight.
Corner on the outside. Upside against the slot receiver, and it is a run through the middle, and sneaking his way through is Jaden Swift for a gain of 6. That'll bring up third down.
Jaden Swift's first year with the Talons had a rough start, did not even get to the past 52 yards his first 5 games of the season, but since then he's had either 100 yards rushing or a touchdown in every game.
Alone in the gun is Duty, looking over the middle, and he finds a pocket of space between the zones. Isaiah Taylor for 22 yards, and it's 1st and goal.
Cameron Duty continuing to sling, and look at the protection he's getting from that offensive line, picking apart the zone, and the safety gets there, but too little, too late. It's now 1st and goal for the Talons right out of the gate.
Very impressive drive here from Dallas. Can they cap it off with some points here? 2 wideouts left. It'll be a run through the middle here for Wells. The backup tailback behind Jaden Swift. And here's that D-line trying to put up a goal line stand here early.
Yeah, a couple of studs right there. Rowan Cassidy, Connor Orlando, and number 32, Michaela Foraker. 19 sacks on the season between those 3. And then, of course, Bjorn McClain in the backfield. 4 interceptions leading the team this season.
Dallas here on 2nd and goal. They don't have too much more yards to go, but all they've done is move forward on this drive. Can they do it here? Play action, no dice. Vasquez gets home with the quarterback. He wasn't full of the play action.
They went heavy on the formation, but they forgot to block everybody. And Vasquez gets a clean shot at duty. And if there's one criticism I have of this Dallas offense, is that happens a little too often, where Cameron Duty just stakes there and takes absolute punishment from the defense when they do get penetration.
Blowing the gun again is Duty here on 3rd and goal, looking left side, one-on-one.
Wow.
Oh, Lockley! Yes, sir! Touchdown, Dallas!
And that's what you get from Rashard Lockley, who just goes up and away to bring this ball down. A great throw. Bjorn McClain has no chance at defending that. Look how high this is probably 42 inches of vertical jump. Both hands right on the ball. Unbelievable play from one of the best to do it this year, Rashard Lockley.
Another fantastic touchdown grab made by Lockley. The extra point is up and good. That's his 9th touchdown on the season. And Dallas takes an early 7-0 lead. There are your bingo numbers for those of you playing at home. And we have already
gotten
gotten
New
off
York
to a good one.
defense. You got to be afraid. You got to be very afraid. When Dallas comes off the sideline, removes the bubble wrap, and just goes belt to you know what for the first drive of the game, you're the New York Lightning. You got to answer that call.
And they will take their kickoff down back in the end zone, also down for a touchback. Well, the defending champs know how to score and know how to score quickly. Led out onto the field here tonight by Joe Francis, their starting quarterback. And they'll have an opportunity to do so to respond. Just a flip out to the tailback right side, trying to make a man miss. And going maybe no further than maybe a yard after the line of scrimmage is Robert Henson Jr., the fullback, who got a bingo earlier tonight on the gauntlet as we take a look at the Lightning offense.
Maybe one of the most balanced, if not the most balanced offenses in the entire UFL. Joe Francis, an outstanding distributor of the football, has 3 receivers, all looking to hit the 1,000-yard mark and might do it. They could all do it this game, conceivably.
Looking for contact is Jupiter Jennings, and he gets up to the 30-yard line. And here is the Dallas defense. Again, no slouches in their own regard, trying to hold New York in check.
No, headed by Scotty Scruggs, has over 126 tackles on the season, 2 sacks, 2 picks. Jarek Briggs, 11 sacks of his own, and then Ryan Van Holten leading the team with 12 sacks. This is an aggressive unit with a lot of speed, and we didn't even mention Cord Foxworth, who has 5 picks on the season.
And they will have a chance here on 3rd down to get off the field. Francis under center. He's going to try and dump it off near side. It is caught and then dropped, trying to look for the fullback again, but knocked away by Devon Palmer. Incomplete, and early 3 and out forced by Dallas.
Yeah, that's a great effort by Palmer. And Francis has to step and then finally gets to look over there. So that gives Palmer enough time to get to Henson and stick a shoulder pad right in his ribs. And it's really unpleasant to catch a football when somebody impales you with their own body like that.
And good for him, able to get up. That's an awkward tackle, and glad he came down okay. As the punt is away from Brandon Piner, as here comes the return here from Dallas. A short return up to the 35-yard line from Elijah Blades, as Dallas will look to capitalize on their early lead on the first drive with some more points here of their own. A good mix on that first drive, Josh.
Yeah, a little pass heavy, but you did get Jaden Swift involved. You got Jeff Wells to carry in there. Let's see if they balance out or if Cameron Duty keeps swinging.
Bunch to the right, looks like Duty will get the first call, but he cannot connect with Miles Savage, just to let him a little bit too far out in front.
Yeah, Miles Savage, who didn't start the season with the team, only played 11 games so far. Maybe some communication issues there with him and his quarterback.
Heavy front, but great pursuit by the linebackers, getting there quickly, stopping him from only a yard.
And that's what happens when you throw on first down and you can't connect. You get yourself in a hole, you get off schedule, and now you're 3rd and long, and everybody knows what you're doing.
4-man rush, pass middle, Duty wide open is Lockley. He's across midfield up to the 44.
If you're going to cover Rashad Lockley on 3rd down, you got to do a better job than that. That's just a nice route coming inside. Duty throws a perfect strike. There's nobody within 10 yards of him. That's probably the most explosive receiver in this league, and you're giving him a free pass, and you're keeping Dallas on the field because you didn't feel like covering him on that play.
Well, they're trying to play over the top of him, Josh, because of what he did on the touchdown throw. And you can't leave him short underneath, so you just got to pick your poison with Lockley, it seems. Here's a run to the strong side, but gobbled up in the backfield for a loss by Sean Muller for a loss of 2.
And we sing the praises of this New York offense, but the front 7, very formidable as well, and a lot of speed. And this is a group that can get penetration as well. And you see not a great block there from Craig Branch, the tight end. And if you're counting on tight end 2s and tight end 3s to be the anchors of your offense, that's not really going to work out for you tonight.
2nd and long now. They'll try the ground game again, but again, very little doing. Michaela Foraker gets there on a dime, but Dallas is able to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And Foraker's an absolute stud. I mean, she really knows how to get around the field, a sideline-to-sideline player, and you see some of the speed right there.
Floater right side, one-on-one, it's tipped and incomplete. Heads up play by Kane Vasquez, who stalls the Dallas drive.
And that's great coverage of Vasquez being able to get to the sideline. You see Duty trying to look him off, and it looked like he had at that point. Vasquez extends that arm, nearly gets a pick. If not for himself, and for Cashin Cross, who was right there as well. Just outstanding defense. The chess match continuing here with Duty at quarterback.
And so here comes the punting unit for the Talons. As Strong to try and pin it inside the 10, and they do, down to the 4-yard line. Everything working in special teams tonight for Dallas, as New York will be backed up deep in their own territory.
Now remember, kids, it's where the ball is touched. It's not where the ball toucher, if you will, winds up. His feet did go in the end zone, but he touched the ball at the 4, and that's where New York is going to have to start this drive.
Going back, gets it through the middle, out to the right hashes, up to the 9-yard line. A gain of 5 for Jennings.
Jennings, who entered the week with exactly 1,000 yards, part of this potent 1-2 rushing punch, and you'll see him switch out with Robert Henson Jr. as they've done right now.
And the fullback with a burst of speed, a full head of steam, up to the 18-yard line, a first down for New York.
That's one of the reasons New York has been so successful, because if one guy's in a bit of a rut, you could just swap him out. Not that these guys are in a rut very often. We mentioned Jennings has hit 1,000 yards rushing on the season, and Robert Henson Jr. entering the week at 879 yards has a chance to hit that plateau as well.
So do we start calling New York the New York Swiss Army knife, or not? Well, maybe they'll have to be the French tanks instead as they go backward after the false start penalty.
You've been watching too much World Cup. You're talking about the Swiss and the French.
A little bit. Got to try and make things.
Some Argentina talk coming later, I suspect.
Possibly run middle, and a minimal gain there. It'll be 2nd and 12.
You know, some other guys, Eden Hart, 889 yards. Jazz Aldmere, 853 yards. Mark Anthony sitting at 873. It's conceivable that all of these guys are going to hit 1,000 yards.
Look out! From behind, going down. A sack for Dallas and DJ Kilgannon.
Kilgannon, that's a guy you need to block. Get free release, bottom of your screen. Just blows right by the left tackle. And able to reset his feet and turn upfield. Francis never saw him coming. And to be honest, Taylor, neither did I.
And that's why you pay your left tackle and guard so much to watch over your quarterback, and that time they let him free. That's a no-no. That's some words that I'm assuming the New York coaching staff will be having with them. As Francis on third and a country mile, he backs into the end zone. It's a safety for Dallas, and it's Kilgannon and company again.
This time up the middle, this time DJ Kilgannon, and Francis knows he's got to get rid of this ball, trying to make something happen, and it's just too late at that point. Kilgannon swallows him up.
Kilgannon on the outside. It was Van Holten with the takedown and Briggs with the follow-up. And it doesn't matter who gets it. It's a safety nonetheless. 2 extra points, 9-0 now our score, and Dallas is going to get the ball back.
Everything going Dallas's way so far. This team came to play. They're prepared. They're getting breaks on special teams. They're getting pressure on defense. And now with 9-0, they're getting the ball back here. The first quarter's not even over yet, Tyler.
Short punt, and Dallas will start in the best field position they have had in this early portion of the game. 2:08 left to go here in the first quarter. And Dallas, after another takedown, another sack, they are third in the league in sacks coming in. I wonder how much more they'll get tonight the way things are going. Pass middle, Lockley again. Open again, catch again. He is unstoppable. The Lightning are sleeping.
Just remarkable how Dallas wastes no time at taking the fight to this New York team. A perfect ball from Cameron Duty, right in the pickle barrel. 6 guys all surrounding Lockley. Hits Lockley in stride. He has to jump up and get it, but is able to come down and collect himself before taking a little bit of punishment from Cassian Cross. But man, Dallas is looking really good right now, Tyler.
Absolutely. New York's got to stop playing too conservative at this point. It's still early in the game. 127 yards to 5 total yards before this play. Dallas with a firm grasp on this game, 7 yards over the in route.
And usually when we watch Dallas, a couple of times we've done Dallas games, they find Lockley later in the game. It's usually on a deep shot, but they are getting him involved right away. I can't remember the last time Lockley had 3 catches in the first quarter. This is not a guy that gets a lot of volume in the passing game in this manner. And he's just sitting here gashing this New York defense.
4-3 look, it's play action here. Pass deep into the corner. Lockley got it, but he didn't get the feet down in time. Oh my goodness. What a catch that would have been.
And Cameron Duty just has blood in his mouth. He is a feral wolf stalking the high plains, just looking to devour everything in his path. This is remarkable.
3rd and 3 from the 25, looking middle, Lockley again. 1st and goal, Dallas. It's the Duty Lockley show here in Texas.
So Lockley's per game average 3.5 catches a game. We're at 4 now, if not 5. It's getting more than I can almost count at this point. Another great catch, and over the middle again. And again has free reign for 3 or 4 steps before New York can even get a body on him.
New York on roller skates, going the wrong direction. Need to put up a defensive wall here now. Duty with time over the back of the end zone, nearly intercepted. Oh, that could have been big for Cassian Cross.
Zay Taylor was there. That was just a nice play. Heads up awareness, reading the quarterback's eyes. Nearly got a pick out of it.
Bunch to the left, 2nd and goal. Another passing play. Duty shuffling around, back of the end zone, caught, touchdown! This time to the tight end, Neil Rivers.
And it's Neil Rivers that leads this team in receptions, had 62 coming into the week. And it's just a reliable red zone target for Cameron Duty. And how reliable is this? Just sitting on the back line, waiting for the ball to get to him. And eventually Duty finds him like he always does. And that's another touchdown for Dallas.
So extra point coming for Corey Ruth. Snap, spot, kick is up, and it is good. With 8 seconds to go in the first quarter, 16-0 in favor of the Talons. The Lone Star State is cooking at the moment.
And they're just firing on all cylinders. The way this team has answered with aggression, with speed, and getting after let's be clear, a great New York Lightning team, the defending champs, who expected to go into Dallas either this week or next week to get the win that they need for the 2 seed and to get a double bye in the postseason. And now they're doubting their own existence at this point. That's how much Dallas is dominating this game right now.
Well, here's the thing. Do not count out any team. As we saw earlier with St. Louis today, 34 points in the first half, didn't score a single point in the second half. Still won the game, but it came really close. 34-24 the final score over in that one. As here comes Henson looking for a lane up the middle, able to get a couple yards, and that'll bring it into the first quarter. It's been all Talons here on Coast to Coast. 16-0 your score. We welcome you back here to Dallas, Texas. I'm Tyler Folk alongside Josh Zirkle. Glad to have your company as Henson gets the call, shuffling forward, picking up yards to the 39-yard line. Couple first downs is what the Lightning need to get back into rhythm.
Yeah, and I think this is how you do it. You do it with bruising. You get your biggest, strongest guy, and you send him north and south, and you say, come get me. Take the fight back to Dallas, and that's what New York is doing right now.
Try another run through the middle. Good little move. Another first down across midfield. Jupiter Jennings. JJ making a few crucial moves. His longest run of the night.
That's the nice little mix you get between Jennings and Henson. Robert Henson Jr. is not going to be ducking a tackle the way Jupiter Jennings is. And this is just, there's going to be a great look at it right there. Is able to duck under the arm of Cord Foxworth. You got to lead with your head there, brother. And Jennings able to get another first down. And New York, for the first time in this game, showing signs of life, Tyler.
Mike 54. Here we go. 5.
Run. Henson trying to push forward, but Gang tackled at the 46-yard line. Only a pickup of 3.
Joe Francis knows what it takes to win games. Billy Flagg and Dakota knows what it takes to win games, and they will find a way to put some dents in this Dallas defense.
Looking for someone left side. That's caught. And trying to find his way around. Up to the 26-yard line goes Mark Anthony.
And that's his guy. Joe Francis, Mark Anthony played together in the Florida franchise last year. That franchise obviously not participating in UFL festivities this year. And Anthony finds a way to get loose and get his quarterback an option. Who almost didn't know what to do with himself once he finally got the ball. You see a lot of scampering, and then Dallas brings him down to the turf. But this is definitely a positive for this New York offense.
Already into field goal range. Looking at points here. Play action. Pass over the middle, caught. Anthony again inside the 10. First and goal, New York.
And Joe Francis also knows he's in field goal range. He also knows he's down by 2 scores and has to get the pedal to the metal and finds Anthony again. And this time it's Dallas leaving the middle of the field wide open for the opposing receiver to collect the ball and get his team some good yardage.
On the ready. Go.
Francis in the gun again. Tailback off to the right. That's Henson. Francis looking underneath. Caught, touchdown! And New York have finally arrived. Declan James hauls it in. It seems like this field is on a tilt toward that end zone.
And Dallas sends a corner blitz. So they've got one fewer defender out in coverage. And the defender did not get to the pocket in time. And Francis is able to let one rip to Declan James for his second touchdown of the season.
And so the extra point is up and good. New York on the board finally, 16-7. Now our score here on UFL Coast to Coast here on the Virtual Football Network. Dallas with now the opportunity to respond, so to speak here, Josh. And they have one of the best resumes in football. 3 out of the 4 current top 4 teams in the league. They have got wins over everyone. This would be for a clean sweep.
Just tremendous the way Cameron Duty and this Dallas team. Corn Foxworth is another guy. Miles Savage is another guy. These guys are gamers. And the bigger the game, the better they play. And I know they had some rough starts getting out of the gate. They lost to Miami in week 1, Vegas in week 2. They dropped the game to Minnesota in overtime in the middle of the season. But usually when the stakes are highest is when this Dallas Talents team is playing their best.
And this first quarter pretty much showed everybody why that's the case. Electric start here for the Talons, both offensively and defensively. Now an opportunity now here for Duty and co. to get it going once more. 8 men out of the box. Duty will go back to throw out of the gun, looking for his tailback out of the back of the end zone, or out of the backfield, I should say, and he found Jeff Wells, but he's going to lose a couple yards, brought down by Voorhees Jordan.
I go back to that week 1 game they had against Miami. They're coming off UFL championship game appearance. They played an instant classic against Dakota that went to overtime, and they obviously going into the season with high hopes. And then they just went out and laid an egg against Miami. And I think part of that was Cameron Duty trying to do too much. Right out of the gate, had a new running back, and tried to just put the team on his back. And he didn't have to do that.
Something has gotten into this New York Lightning defense. Quamaine Harrison shot out like a cannon to the outside, and he gets home for another tackle for loss.
Yeah, great recognition. That was Shane Vance's block, number 47, and Vance can't get to him in time. And Jaden Swift has had a lot of trouble getting past the line of scrimmage in this game so far. Despite the success they've had, the run game still stuck in first gear at this point in the second quarter.
It looks like they're going to try and go a screen. That's caught. Blockers downfield, but they didn't pick up the ones underneath. Only a few yards back to the original line of scrimmage. McLean there on the takedown, and it will force a Dallas punt.
Almost a surrender there. That's Jeff Wells catching the ball. It's not a great throw. It's not a great catch. The blocking's not set up. Wells can't get outside. Has to turn it back in. And, of course, that play is blown up again. Muir McLean, with great diagnosis of the play, able to get in there and stop Wells well short of the marker.
And so another punt here for Dallas, just their second of the night. And this one bombed all the way inside the opposing 20-yard line. Good, decent little return up to the 25 and no further there for Declan James, as the Lightning will try and take the field. After that last drive, their first drive in the second quarter, goes all the way down the field for 6.
Yeah, and I like the way they opened that up. They opened with Robert Henson Jr. and then shifted to Jupiter Jennings. And then when everybody was obsessed with defending the run, that's when Francis started to sling it. Let's see what they do here.
Francis from the gun, looks like it'll be an air show. Flip out near side to Henson. It's a double covered tackle, and he is brought down by the combination of Corin Foxworth and Scotty Scruggs.
And for all of Henson's burliness, this is a guy that does catch a lot of balls out of the backfield. Has 37 receptions coming into the week. And usually he gets a little bit more head of steam, a little bit more green grass in front of him. But with Scotty Scruggs and Cord Foxworth, green grass is going to be hard to come by for the rest of this game.
We have seen Francis check it down a few times. He's one to not necessarily look downfield and try and force the ball. That's why they've been ahead so much, as he's able to find the open man, and if not, just get rid of it, check it down, and then set up the offense for another play. That's a run to the near side. JJ there for a gain of he gets the yards he lost back, and then a few more.
Well, you mentioned finding the open man. How about finding the open woman? Eden Hart, who leads this team in receptions with 72, has not even had a target tonight.
Blitz coming from the outside. Francis looks that way and connects with James for a first down.
Let's go.
They send everybody down the field, trying to stretch this defense. Good protection. Francis lets a nice ball rip there toward the sideline. And this is the New York offense that we expected to see coming into this game. It's another nice drive so far for Joe Francis and friends.
And how about this for New York? Coming into the second quarter, they had sub 10 offensive yards coming into this quarter, and now they're over 100 on pretty much just this second quarter alone. Another good run for JJ as he moves the chains once more.
Yeah, the offensive line is really stepping up here. They're a great hole there for Jennings, and that's what you're not seeing with Jaden Smith on the Dallas side. Just great sustained blocks where the running back's able to just pierce through the line.
Francis looking underneath near side, caught and leaning forward for the first down is Terrence Roll.
Roll will get you some catches in a big spot, 11 receptions on the season. And Francis really just trying to spread it around now, just finding whoever's open.
Single back ace formation here for New York. Time now under 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Check down to the tailback. Caught but quickly snuffed out by Josh Payne.
Francis understands now, this being a 9-score game, a field goal will do you a lot of good here. Plenty of time left and may even have a chance to be back on offense before the half ends.
Safety rolls in the box here on this long drive. Fullback dive, looking for more yards. JJ in the up man. It was Henson, the back man, and the actual true tailback gets maybe a yard, but Dallas well over and reading that very well.
A fullback dive is nice because the play establishes really quickly, but Dallas is able to snuff it out, probably by the formation that you mentioned.
Blitz coming, pass near side, caught, trying to get forward. He's up to the 17-yard line. Is it enough? No, just maybe half a football length shy. The tackle made by made by Jarek Briggs is the first down saving tackle.
If I'm New York, I think about going for it here. The points are very appetizing at this point. Like I said, the clock is your friend at this point. To make this a 1-score game after the first quarter that Dallas had, I think it's a tremendous victory for New York.
Absolutely. They're going to try and get 3, which will also give them just a score deficit. That one is up and good from about 34, and it is a 16-10 ball game with 3:02 left to go in the first half. It was all Dallas in the first quarter, and the tides have turned here in the second.
Yeah, New York finally able to move the ball. They're getting protection for Francis. They're opening up lanes in the run game. They're working the referees. They're probably negotiating over premium parking for the visitors as far as that goes. I mean, all aspects have improved tremendously here. And now Dallas has to answer the bell after punting on their last drive. They've got 3:02, and it would behoove them to try and chew up as much of this as they can, if not all of it.
And so here comes the return, taken out of the end zone, up to the 29-yard line, a net gain of 4 yards there for Blades. And that is where Dallas will take over for their first, well, I should say this next upcoming drive. Here's a look at Duty's numbers. 2 touchdowns tonight. Close to 150 yards. He's had a pretty solid day. Most of those yards, however, came in the first quarter. As we mentioned, kind of slowed down here in the second. We'll see if that changes. Run, middle, couple of moves made, and they're up to the 35-yard line to pick up a 6.
I like the call here. You're getting Jaden Swift involved. You got to find an answer to this run game because eventually those holes in the zone are going to swallow up, and where is you going to be left at that point? Jaden Swift has got to wake up.
Double mug look, they back up into coverage. Pressure coming out of 1, but can't get out of 2. New York has come alive. It's Rowan Cassidy with the takedown.
And Cameron Duty, this kind of deteriorates very quickly. Swift is in the block, but it's Cassidy that breaks off of her block quickly. And then 92, Carlos Berry is right there as well. And Duty just has nowhere to run. And it's Cassidy that winds up collecting the sack.
So just like that, it is 3rd down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter. Dallas 16, New York 10 here on UFL Coast to Coast. Under 2 to play now here in Texas. Here in the first half. Duty with a 4-man rush in the gun, looking near side, caught. It's the man of the hour, Lockley. He has been all over and he's seemingly catching everything. 6th catch of the game today.
And that may be his biggest catch so far, his touchdown notwithstanding, in that it keeps this drive alive. It gives Dallas a chance to chew all this clock, and it keeps that New York defense on the field a little bit longer. And Dallas has one more chance to put some points on the board here in this half.
But it's 37 and ticking. Duty stepping back, finding another wide receiver, and he's pushing forward as they march into the sun. Up to the 38-yard line goes Isaiah Taylor.
Second catch of the game for Taylor. And it's another nice ball. And Taylor, what an adjustment to the football there as he's turning upfield, getting some blocking downfield as well. And Dallas on the cusp of field goal range. He's going to be down right around the 38.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
Gone again here for Duty. 4 wide with time. Just hits Taylor over the middle again. Another first down, a gain of 10. Under a minute to go now.
The nice thing about Taylor is that he is usually going to have a winning matchup. Rashad Lockley's going to draw your number 1 guy. Neil Rivers is going to draw somebody premium as well. That leaves Taylor all by his lonesome.
Delayed blitz where they connect. Neil Rivers, the tight end, who had the touchdown earlier, and they will call one of their timeouts as it'll be 1st and goal.
And so what do you do here at this point if you're Dallas? You got 43 seconds. You've got to run the ball at least once or twice to take some time off the clock. The run has not been where Dallas wants it to be at this point. I wouldn't say it's been bad, but Jaden Swift has not ascended to form the way that Dallas would have liked in this game at this point.
Play action. Duty has got time now to try and tuck it and run, and he runs right into Cassidy.
Another timeout, this time from Dallas, and that surprises me. I would have liked to see Dallas get this clock down to 10 seconds, take a couple throws, and then kick with no time left. But now they're tempting fate here, and New York likely will have some time before the half.
That was Cassidy's 2nd sack, 2nd and goal. Duty with time to try and flip it out. That is caught, but did Neil Rivers step out of bounds? The umpire says he did, and so they're going to lose yards back to their own 10-yard line.
And Rivers frustrated, and rightfully so. He's a smarter player than that. It speaks to the haste that Dallas has in this goal line set, not performing the way they'd like.
4-man rush, Duty looking to the end zone, and he immediately makes up for it with his 2nd touchdown of the night, and Dallas is back on the board.
It totally redeems himself. Neil Rivers crossing the end zone for touchdown number 7 on the year. Kane Vasquez never had a chance. Rivers 2 feet in. And they're going to take a look at it, but I think this will stand, Tyler.
I do agree as well. We'll get another chance to look at the fancy footwork here from the big tight end, all 6'4", 240 of them. This is a perfect shot right with the crossbar. That is at least 2 right there. So this one will be ruled a touchdown. They'll try and kick the extra point to make it a 23-10 ball game with 27 seconds to go left in this first half. Corey Ruth's extra point is up and good. And it's a 13-point lead now again here for Dallas. As the bingo numbers come across your screen once more. 23, a new number. So hopefully one of you needs that number to claim a bingo. Josh, what can New York do here with limited time but needing points?
Well, I think you want to take a shot. I think you want to see if you can get Francis a little time, run a 3-receiver pattern deep, and see if you can make one connection downfield and then maybe run a second pass. You have all 3 timeouts. A long field goal here is a real possibility for New York.
And they will get the ball to start the second half, and so with no intention of bringing it out, they'll have all 27 seconds, and they'll start at their own 25-yard line. Here's that offense again as we take a look at the big fullback, Robert Henson. He's got a couple carries, 27 yards. We probably won't see him in the running game here, but they do like to throw to him out of the backfield. He does have a couple catches tonight as Francis looks near side and cuts through one. Nearly made a couple of guys missed it, Declan James. And they will call the first of their 3 timeouts. 21 seconds left to go.
I'm surprised Declan didn't try and make a move toward the sideline to save that timeout. Or maybe get a little extra yardage out. It looked like Dallas did a nice job of cordoning that sideline off and forcing James to the middle of the field.
5 wide. And Francis in the gun here. 4-man rush, looking underneath, that is caught. That's going to be short of the marker. And a couple of quick throws resulting in roughly 10 yards. And I have 1 timeout to go, 17 seconds. Got to try and find something deep here.
Well, you're getting other guys involved at least. Jazz Aldmere making that catch. That's his first catch of the half. And that's somebody that usually gets a lot of volume in this New York offense. So if nothing else, you're getting Jazz Aldmere on the score sheet, getting him some volume in time for the second half.
Looking to the outside, that's caught but tapped down. So no further goes Declan James. He was turned around, just had to haul it in safely as the clock will run all the way to 5 seconds. New York will use their final timeout for one last heave-ho.
Protecting Joe Francis has not been an automatic, so that's something you have to keep in mind here as well. And if Dallas decides to send 4 rushers, there is a chance that you are putting your quarterback in serious harm's way.
Trips off to the left. Francis looking for someone. He's going to try and throw it over the middle. That one, it just spears itself into the turf. Incomplete. They'll have 1 second to go for one more play.
And I don't know what they're going to do on this play that you didn't try to do on the last play, but let's take a look.
Nick a look out of the talons, playing a little bit further up, looking for the corner route that is dropped by James at the 40-yard line, and that will bring the first half to a close. 23-10, Dallas on top of New York, and for the team that did not have control of their own destiny, a team that needs things to go their way, they got off to a hot start here tonight, Josh.
Yeah, they did. They tried to seize their own destiny, and one way to do that is to play the best quarter of football we've seen any team play this season. Dallas absolutely do that. A monster catch from Rashad Lockley going up and away to get that ball. Neil Rivers chipping in with 2 touchdowns on his own. And let's not forget the safety for DJ Kilgannon. New York not out of this by any stretch. They have the firepower to overcome a 2-touchdown deficit, but they need to get all their ducks in a row, and they need to do it soon.
And so welcome you back here to UFL Coast to Coast here on the Virtual Football Network. I'm Tyler Falk. He's Josh Zirkle. Commissioner Cameron Irvine is back in studio in production. We're glad to have your company here this Sunday evening. Hopefully, for many of those of you watching, you guys are staying cool as the heat dome just continues to shift around the lower 48 as we are back and underway here in Texas as the opening kickoff will be taken down in the end zone for a touchback by James. And out comes the New York Lightning offense again. Jennings close to 50 yards in that first half. If they want to establish a little bit more balance here coming out to begin the third quarter, it'll start with him.
Yeah, absolutely. And the sustained drives that they had in that second quarter, stemmed from that balance. And I think that's something they'll strive for here as well.
A little bit of misdirection as they'll gain 3 yards. And
that's all you need.
2nd and 7.
Stay on schedule. Get your 3 yards. Give yourself into a 3rd and manageable. And let Francis find somebody and keep the chains moving. That's all they have to do at this point.
Quick drop, quick throw underneath. One of the 2 tight ends could have made a play. Instead, it just spears itself in the middle. So it looks like the object of the game here tonight for New York is to attack the middle, but I don't think they meant it like that.
I think that was the first intended target for Eden Hart. Didn't get there close.
Blitz coming, floater, caught in double coverage, Mark Anthony.
Just a ridiculous catch, a perfectly thrown ball from Joe Francis right into the breadbasket of his former Florida teammate. Gorgeous ball, just gets right up there. Anthony reaches up, throws it in between two guys, maybe three guys right there. Here's a great look at it. Cord Foxworth is right there. And Anthony, that's like manna from heaven, just descending into the breadbasket. Outstanding throw, outstanding catch.
And the coverage was there, except they got themselves all turned around at the last possible second. We're thinking, oh, that's going to be picked, but not so, says Anthony. Francis again looking middle. That finds James. He's up to the 24. It'll be just shy of the line to gain to be second in inches.
These are the kinds of plays we expected to see out of New York. This is an outstanding offense.
And another false start coming up on New York.
Even it off
second and 5.
Here we go.
Tight ends off to the right. Francis looking for a pass over the middle. That is caught. Diving for the first down is Barry Maxwell, and he'll be right back to where they were before the penalty.
Maxwell just on a crossing route. Another one of the many recipients of the Joe Francis Foundation, if you will.
4 down linemen, 5 other linebackers and safeties in the box, but it doesn't matter. JJ for the first down.
And New York knew they were going to run the ball. Dallas knew they knew, and they got it anyway. Jupiter Jennings, I mean, just great clearance from that offensive line, pushing it. Look at, there's no defensive lineman on the line, Tyler. That's how great a job New York's offensive line did. They pushed them all the way back.
That's a first we did down. Say that these O-lines are going to have trouble with the D-lines here today, but New York here in this second quarter and now the third quarter, they're finally figuring out this defense, it would seem. A short run there of 2 yards. Payne on the takedown.
And New York seems committed to the run as well, not just with Jennings, but with Henson as well. And they're willing to take this fight to the ground. And so far, they're working that out. That's working for them.
Oh, JJ, right through the middle, zooms through the line and picks up yardage to get them first and goal.
Yeah, about 6 yards a pop now for Jennings. And look at that, just like a gazelle in the meadow. Nobody touching him until he's 10 yards down the field. And now first and goal for the Lightning to pull within a score.
Tailbacks on either side of Francis here in the gun. Play action to Henson. They go to the other tailback, looking for more room to the right side, up to the 3-yard line.
Eden Hart, actually her second catch of the game. We must have missed the first one, but that's a pivotal, positive yardage play that gets New York closer to the goal line.
High formation. It'll be a fullback dive. JJ can't get it going forward. Taken out by Derek Marsh.
And that play just sniffed out. Everybody knows when you line up Jennings as the fullback, everybody knows what's coming. And the defense is able to pounce on it. Derek Marsh just shoots that A-gap and takes Jennings down to the turf. That play just does not have a chance.
And so upcoming here for New York, a crucial third down. Bump coverage on the left, a little bit more lax there on the right. Francis, quick hitter, caught, touchdown, New York, Robert Henson Jr.
A great route for the fullback. Francis staring straight ahead. There's nobody there to stare at, but they can't. That keeps the safety from going to sneak over and coverage rolling to Henson, and Henson's already in the end zone, and by the time they find him, it's too late.
One of the best red zone teams in the league. These red zone merchants. The New York Lightning with another touchdown in the red zone. And it gets them back to within 6 points of Dallas. It is 23-17 after that 11 play. 80-yard drive, which saw them put up the touchdown. Dallas is not pulling away. They haven't been able to keep that spark alive from the first quarter, but they're not patient. They're not going to rest on their laurels. We saw that earlier to end the second quarter, excuse me.
No, not at all. And the offense for Dallas obviously fired very well. The issue there is that, New York just ran all over them. And then you have Robert Henson Jr. That's actually his second receiving touchdown of the season. He has 9 total to go with his 2 receiving and his 7 rushing.
Turn gets up to the 25-yard line for Dallas. Elijah Blades averaging 27 yards a return as Cameron Duty will trot his troops back out onto the field here, trying to look for more points, trying to maintain this lead and this advantage.
And do they keep trying to feed Jaden Swift, or do they abandon that and just go West Coast all the way down the field?
Try and run with Swift, and he cannot get going. Cassidy again alongside Harrison.
You see the number, just 25 rushing yards from the stat, and that is why, because you have Rowe and Cassidy blowing up your backs. You got Quamaine Harrison shooting the gaps, and Dallas just does not have an answer to get Jaden Swift involved.
Heavy look, they try and run with Swift out of one tackle, looking for the corner to the outside. And Harrison's there on the tackle, but it is a pickup of about 5, making third down a little easier for Dallas.
Now Cameron Duty has a chance to take a 5-step drop and just find something quick.
4-man rush, Duty underneath. It was quick. It was a stop route. They're down to the 34, but he's a yard short. Bridwell with the tackle, and it's 4th and 1 inside their own territory.
Yeah, and Savage is actually coming back to the quarterback, which is how he ended up short. And that's a great recognition by Bridwell and trying to swat that ball away, but Savage able to hang on to it. And now a dicey 4th down call here for Dallas. Looks like they're going to punt it.
And they will trot out Trey Strong, who stands at his own 20-yard line. And this is a high, booming punt, close to 70 yards from where he launched it. And Carter Brooks hits up James to the 13-yard line. A massive punt to flip the field. And how about Francis? As he comes back out of the field, of course, stats not too terribly correct there, but he does have his 30th touchdown pass with the last one to Robert Henson on the season. He has been electric here this season here for the Lightning as that run by JJ goes nowhere as Josh Payne says hello.
York ripped off a long drive to start the third quarter and certainly has a chance to do it here, especially considering the field position. That's not how you want to get it going. Josh Payne sniffed that one out right away. And a rare negative run for Jupiter Jennings tonight.
Now with a pistol goes Francis. It will be a run through the middle. That hole closed quickly. JJ unable to get past the original line of scrimmage. And we talked earlier in the first quarter that it was all Dallas by over 100 yards, and New York didn't even have 10. Now it's 240 to 229. That gap has shrunk considerably. Francis on third down, going to try and tuck it and run. They were looking for him. He lost the ball. One of the old linemen for New York pick it up. Oh, and nearly went all the way back for Dallas. But they will get the ball back here after the punt.
And Francis starting to panic here a little bit. Knows he's got to run for it to have a chance. And just gets bombed. Elijah Blades in there. And New York extremely fortunate that their linemen are fleet of foot and they were able to recover that football.
Jarrett Belt's in there on the recovery for New York, and that saves potentially excellent field position for Dallas or worse. And so the punt is away here from Piner as the return comes back across midfield. And for the first time today, Dallas will start in plus territory.
A starting field position for either team so far. And Cameron Duty would love to work on a short field here. This could be a very, very short drive, Tyler.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
From under center, they'll try and pitch it near side, looking for a burst of speed. Great block on the outside, past the 30, up the sideline, inside the 20-yard line for Jaden Swift. Easily his best run of the night.
New York wants to go north and south. Dallas could go east and west on the toss. To Jaden Swift, great block there. That springs Swift, he's able to turn the corner and go upfield. Point to Quamine Harrison, was probably a defender away from taking that to the end zone.
10 Lobo.
High formation now here for Dallas, closing in on the 3-minute mark here of the third quarter. Run, Swift, he is back to form, or at least the form that the Lightning would like him to be at. Voorhees Jordan, his second TFL tonight.
Well, you want to keep running it here, obviously, because where you are in terms of field position, but you don't want to see that. That's a great play by Voorhees Jordan, who's got 3 sacks on the season and makes another TFL right there. Jaden Swift, just when he thought he had all the answers, they changed the questions on him.
So what do the Talons drop here on 2nd and 11? They come out with a 3 tight end look, all off to the right-hand side here. One of them goes in motion, play clock winding down. Are they gonna get set in time? No. They're gonna lose even more yards. It'll be 2nd and 16 now for the Talons.
Perils of those motion plays. And I think that was Charlie Elliott, the tight end, going in motion there. And you just either need to not call that play or just snap the ball. There's not much you can do about that at that point.
So again, Dallas come out with another 3 tight end look. They'll just flip the formation here on this one. Play action. Duty, right side, corner route, get it all back and get more. In fact, get the first down. So it's 1st and goal, Neil Rivers.
Pile on the personnel on the left side and then throw to the right and try and get a matchup that you think Neil Rivers can win. And they catch him in his zone. They just throw it right over the head of Bjorn McLean, who was trying to account for Jaden Swift. And then McLean realizes, no, it's not going to be in front of me. It's going to be behind me. And a very athletic play from a very burly tight end, and Neil Rivers. That's just gorgeous.
So back inside the 10 go the Talons, and they're looking for some more points. They're looking for another score that would give them their 2-score advantage again. Try a run right side, up to the 6-yard line goes Wells.
And Wells still getting some volume here in what is a very big game in a high leverage situation there on the goal line. Dallas certainly has stronger feelings about it. I think this is Jaden Swift territory. I don't want to see Wells in there at all.
Here comes Swift, and he is collected by a whole host of Lightning defenders. 3rd and goal from the 6.
And at this point, Cameron Duty's got to put the ball in the air. Neil Rivers done a nice job of camping out under that goalpost. Can they find him here?
Press coverage, blitz coming, and incomplete. Heads up defending by Voorhees Jordan, denies a touchdown and forces a field goal opportunity.
And you see the blitz. Duty recognizes and tries to go hot to Wells. Again, what is Wells doing on the field at that point? That's not a matchup you want to see if you're Dallas. Voorhees Jordan, outstanding pass coverage, gets it right there. Dallas will have to settle for 3.
This one from about 22.5 yards from near the left hash snap spot. That chip shot is up and good. And so that'll bring us 26-7, a 9-point lead now for Dallas. And another awkward number gives us another bingo number. So if you follow EK's, we'll call it bingo fantasy, you got another one. Wee woo. And hopefully a bingo coming your way. Josh, this game continues to be, well, not necessarily too terribly close, but definitely not out of reach for either of these 2 teams.
No, not at all. Credit where it's due, though. Dallas did take advantage of the field position. They got points on the board. They made it a 2-score game once again. And now New York, which has found some inertia with running the football, will have a little more than a quarter to try and close this gap. But all in all, Tyler, we got to give credit where it's due. This has been an outstanding football game. Really fun to watch.
I'm right there with you as New York will take to the field again on offense. Again, have not seen really any blemishes tonight to speak of. It's either been really good plays by the offense or really good plays by the defense, but no turnovers to this point. Here's a run. Robert Henson through the middle. Big fullback. Run for 12. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. His 5th carry of the game, nearing 40 yards.
They went with that reverse personnel where they had Jennings in the fullback and Henson in the rear, and everybody's expecting fullback dive. And New York says, not so fast, my friend. It's Robert Henson, who hits the line of scrimmage with a head of steam and gets a fantastic play to start the drive.
So here comes New York. Second play of the drive will probably be the final play of the quarter. Pass underneath is caught. A gain of about, we'll call it 8. No, just 6 as we come to the end of the third quarter. Dallas with the lead, 26-17. Here on the final coast-to-coast game of the penultimate week of the regular season. Tyler Falk and Josh Circle here in the booth. So glad to have you with us here this Sunday evening. Blitz coming from Dallas. The screen working well. Here comes Robert Henson looking for a block. He makes a move up to the 42. Who says big man can't make jifty, swifty moves?
And that was just a perfect play call. And from New York's perspective, they got the look that they wanted to get from Dallas. Pressure up front. Dallas going all out with the blitz. Everybody going up the middle. And Robert Henson collects a nice pass from Joe Francis on the side, making a defender miss. Look at you dancing, big man. Tremendous play for New York.
Come on, set, 50, plant.
Caught him outright. Perfect counter for a blitz is a screen. It just worked extremely well for New York. 5-man rush coming. That one looking near side of the pass. It is caught. Mark Anthony first down up to the 30.
Mark Anthony with a quiet third quarter. Coming back in the fourth with a vengeance, getting his team a first down.
You ain't doing nothing today.
3 wide receivers here on this first down play. It'll be play action. Francis looking for a big bomb here. Gonna try it all to the end zone. Dropped by Anthony in tightly contested coverage.
That's a well-thrown ball by Francis. Got it into Anthony's chest. Coverage just a little too good, a little too tight for Anthony to secure it.
Stack on the right side from the gun. Francis looking near side, near the numbers. That is caught at the 17-yard line by James, and they are back into the red zone.
Francis just keeps throwing. And this Dallas pass rush has to be a little tuckered at this point in the game because Francis taking a deep drop, had a lot of time, and nobody could get to it. And now New York back in the red zone, as you said, Tyler, where they continue to dominate.
Their most favorite place on any football field, regardless home or away. Stop route caught inside the 5, down to the 2. Go the Lightning with under 10 to go.
And this is a great spot for them. 5 catches now for Anthony. You got a spot where you can have both of your running backs shine.
Offside eye to the right. Henson in the backfield. Francis gonna try and tuck it down to Henson. They're gonna lose 3 yards as he runs out of bounds to try and escape the Jake Benjamin hit.
I would have liked to see them to be a little less fancy there. You had some play action. You had linemen jumping over other players. Just run the ball.
They will try and run the ball. Good move. There's JJ. Touchdown Lightning, his first one of the game. And they're back to within a score. It's a 3-point lead now, only for Dallas.
Touchdown number 8 on the season for Jennings. Has to make a couple defenders miss, but has the footwork to get in there. And look at that, Tyler, another red zone touchdown for the New York Lightning.
New York looking for this extra point to bring them within 2 points. Snap spot. Kick is up and good. And now that safety, Josh, from that first quarter looming very large at the moment. It's the only thing that separates Dallas from New York.
Well, it's been the difference in this game, and it sort of symbolizes the completeness of the game that Dallas has played so far. They've been getting outstanding contributions on defense and special teams. We had the punt earlier that went down to the 4 that set up that safety. We didn't give any credit to Trey Strong there, but maybe we should. And just top to bottom, Dallas has been playing. They've been having trouble running the ball, but everybody else in this Dallas roster has chipped in, and they need to keep it going now for just another 9 minutes and 7 seconds.
And here comes the return through the middle up to the 26-yard line. And Josh, I was taking a look around the stands here in Texas, and this crowd, this entire atmosphere has grown tense. It's a very, very shallow lead for the hometown faithful, and you can feel it in this building.
Well, they felt like they had the game in hand, most likely, with the way the first quarter went, and that is clearly not the case.
Play action, 5-man rush. Duty gonna tuck it and run to the near side. He doesn't slide. He takes a hit at the 39. Eat is down. It's a first down. He doesn't run often, but when he does, it's because there's nothing else open. He makes a good play like that.
He ran with purpose, and he understood that all of his receivers are out on deep routes, so even if somebody does get him, it's going to take them a minute or two to get to him, and then eventually Kane Vasquez does. But by then, Cameron Duty already has the first down.
Dallas, meanwhile, throughout this season are 3-2 in one-score games. New York, just one game better, 4-2 this season. And so, who gets the third loss in a one-score game if it comes down to it? Run up the middle from Swift, runs right into a tackler at 2nd and 8.
And Jaden Swift just has not been able to get out of first gear. Had 9 carries for 45 yards. 3 carries later, he has gained 1 yard.
Linebacker trying to overload the strong side, that's where the 2 tight ends are. But they send a man in motion, do the Talons to the near side. Can they get this play off? Just barely in time. Run through the middle is Swift, and he finally is brought down at the 44-yard line. It's 3rd and 4 now here for Dallas. New York looking for a stop to get their offense back out on the field.
And I know Duty wants to get Swift involved here, but when you've got that many defenders on the line, you got to check out of that play. That was doomed from the start.
From the gun, 3rd and 4, blitz coming, pass out route, that's caught, can't turn up, Pale, knocked out of bounds. Rivers can't get it done. It's 4th and 4, and it is time for New York to receive a punt.
Well, Rivers didn't have a lot of help. That ball was thrown behind him. It was thrown over him. And he had to make a tremendous adjustment that took away all his inertia. Had no chance to get up to the marker at that point.
Punt is away from Strong, and he's just a bit too strong. And so the New York drive will start from their own 20-yard line. And here comes the Lightning offense. And Joe Francis, another good drive. Last time out on this field. We'll have to do it again here. At least got to get into field goal range. Stack off to the left. He's in the gun. 4-man rush. Francis looking near side. Caught on the out route. Up the field goes James. He's out of bounds at the 33. That's an early first down to kick off the drive.
And this point of the game is where Joe Francis likes to shine as well. A clutch performer, surrounded by a lot of talent. A 2-point deficit at this point in the game is nothing to him.
Francis with a tailback off to his right, stepping back in the pocket, looking for a pass over the middle, is caught on the logo. Mark Anthony to the 48.
Mark Anthony has just been a tremendous asset to Joe Francis in this game, especially in this 4th quarter. 3rd catch so far for Anthony in that frame, and that's a contested catch, and he takes a little bit of punishment as well, but hanging on to the football. That's a guy that you are fine throwing the ball to, even if he does have a defender draped all over him, because you know he's going to bring it in.
Not only did Anthony take a hit, but how about Francis leaving it to the last second to throw it and taking a shot. Pass near side is caught and tapped down to the 47. Maybe a minimal gain there for Eden Hart at 2nd and 9.
Yeah, sort of a quieter game for Eden Hart tonight after just 3 catches. But a fair amount of ball game left, and she's going to stay on the field.
Just about 5 minutes to play. Francis on second down. Air ball, right side, one-on-one. Oh, and Anthony dropped it. Right in the
Unreal.
breadbasket, and he can't maintain the catch.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a review. I thought Anthony had that for 2 steps before it was finally poked out, but we're not going to see a review.
And so on 3rd and 9, it'll be a play action pass. Looking near side, and that one is in and out of the hands of Anthony, but this one jarred free by Jordan Palmer clearly.
Just tremendous defense by Dallas. Just recognizing where the ball is and popping it out. A great throw by Francis, great convergence on the ball. And getting a hat on that thing is Jordan Palmer. And Anthony just has no real chance to bring that in.
And so the decision is punt for the Lightning, under 5 to go. They will rely on Piner to try and pin the talons deep. It'll drop inside the end zone, just a fraction share. It did have a little bit of backspin on it, but not enough. And so here comes Cameron Duty and company from their own 20-yard line. A chance to milk away more of this clock, keep this shallow lead. And I think they need points here with how dangerous the New York offense has been in the latter stages of this game. Play action, meanwhile, here for Duty. He's going to want points right away into triple coverage. It is bobbled and dropped by the defenders. Oh, Kane Vasquez will want that one back.
Yeah, talking about having some faith in your receiver. Rashad Lockley drawing triple coverage, and Duty says, I don't care, let's unleash the dragon. Let's take a shot. We're not worried about milk at this point. They're trying to find some points.
Do not be like Rochester from earlier today. Do not give this ball away. Pass just is going to fly out of the back of the end zone. If you did not see the New Orleans-Rochester game from earlier today, this eerily is a similar situation. Rochester throws a back-breaking pick six with the final seconds of the clock remaining to give New Orleans the win. That's just a check down. That's only going to go for 5 yards. That's going to result in a punt. The New York defense again bottles up Lockley, who had been largely quiet in this second half, with just a minimal gain and a punt.
Not only a punt, a 3 and out. New York answering the bell after their own offense had the punt, after their own star receiver dropped back-to-back passes that would have moved the chains. And did they get upset? No, they just went out and took care of business. 3 in, 3 out.
Punt is away. This one angled toward the far sideline. Good move, and then out of bounds with 3:54 to go. And here comes the Lightning. They had a punt inside Dallas territory on their last drive. They are looking for something else. They're highlighting Mark Anthony here, and here's the thing. He dropped a couple passes. He will not drop another pass if he was able to talk with Francis, especially on this drive. It is crucial that they bring it in. Pass underneath here. Robert Henson with the catch. Dallas fighting for the football, but good hands from Henson as he held on.
Francis knows that everybody else knows as well. A field goal wins you the game. You don't need to bite all of this off at once. How do you eat an elephant, Tyler? One bite at a time.
Flip out, looking for Henson again, who stumbles out of bounds at the 32. It'll be 3rd and short now for New York.
I would think this Dallas pass rush is just gassed. I see Francis back there with no fear, still operating very efficiently, but understanding he has time to find the open guy.
Four-man rush, pass underneath, it is caught, and there it is. Anthony with the catch, right when his team needed him the most.
Just moving the ball, distributing. And this Dallas defense is like, what do we have to do? And they got some some backside pressure there, but just too little too late. I think that was Kilgannon coming at the bottom of your screen. But just not enough at this point, and New York showing why they're contending for the East Division Championship.
2:44 and ticking. Pass right side, it is caught. Eden Hart crossing midfield and out of bounds at the 46, and much to the hearts of the New York faithful, who have been through a lot this season, these little dink and dunks, they might like, we want bigger plays, but New York's doing a good job right now is eating up clock, eating up yards. Like you said, one bite at a time. Henson! Oh, couldn't haul it in, and it was nearly picked up by Palmer.
Just a little bit of an overthrow there. I think Francis thought he was farther down the field. And Henson, probably lucky that he was able to get a finger on that ball, or that would have been a pick.
Francis again for the 38th
Oh,
time.
boy.
No, taken down before he can throw. Sack made by Justin Barnett, and it's third in a country mile.
And what a huge play for Barnett and for Dallas to finally get pressure on Joe Francis and force them into a 3rd and long. You can't dink and dunk on a 3rd and 17. Francis is going to have to take a deep drop, and that'll give Dallas another chance to get a sack on Joe Francis.
Well, you think, you wonder whether or not you're in 4-down territory here, Josh. Whether or not it's a field goal, which is right around where the first down line is. So really, you do have to get a first down here. Francis, only 3-man rush. Pass right side is caught, and he is out of bounds, the 37, just on the edge of field goal range as we hit the 2-minute warning here in the 4th quarter. 4th and 1, and New York's gonna try a 54-yard long field goal. Kick is up, and it has the distance.
Wow.
It is good. New York take their first lead of the game with 1:52 to go.
Cyrus Foster's longest field goal to this point in the season was 52, and he had done it twice. That was for 54, and if he had to go for 56 or 57, I'm not sure he would have made it. What a clutch kick, and what an amazing decision from New York to decide to kick it in that spot. And not only that, now you give Dallas the ball back, and now a field goal would win them the game.
Too much time, you think? Too many timeouts left for the Talons. They want another win against another top opponent under their resume going into the playoffs. Both teams want a double bye in the playoffs, but who will get it? That return from Blades up to the 24-yard line, 1:49, and all 3 timeouts remaining here for Dallas. They have an opportunity to take the win back, which they had held for nearly all 4 quarters of play. But now, Rashard Lockley, only 1 catch in the second half. He was all over the first quarter, all over the second quarter. Are they going to be able to get him back going here in the later stage of this game? Neil Rivers caught a gain of about 2 at the 25-yard line.
Well, Lockley's job at this point is not necessarily going to be to catch the ball. It's going to be to run deep and stretch out the defense and give opportunities to guys like Neil Rivers and Craig Branch and Shane Vance and get everybody else involved.
4 wide, Duty, middle, into triple coverage. Oh, incomplete. Looking again, I believe that was Neil Rivers out in the pattern, and it's 3rd and 8.
And that is a dicey throw. I know Neil Rivers is your guy, but that is a dicey throw to be pulling off on 2nd down into quadruple coverage.
3rd and 8. Duty with time, but not enough time. Passing near side, wide open to the 45-yard line. A pocket of space opens up for Miles Savage. He was quiet since the first quarter, too.
Not so quiet now. Finding a way to get loose. Duty with a lot of time here. This is a lot of time for your defense to be covering guys. And Savage just able to step into the seam and go up and get that ball. And Kate Vasquez is able to put a hit on, but too little, too late.
I wonder now, if you're New York, when is the threshold now for when you start calling timeouts to at least salvage some time for your own team to be on the field? 4-man rush, Duty, time evaporating, look, it's middle, Cameron Duty finds Neil Rivers at the 15-yard line. Timeout called by New York.
And now you got to think that 3 points is all but locked up here for Dallas. And New York knows they've got to save as much time as they can because Dallas can milk this thing. The one thing working for New York here is that Dallas has struggled running the ball. How much risk are they willing to incur with the run, understanding where they are on the field?
I'll try a run middle, it opens up, it's a first down for Dallas. to the 2-yard line.
And just a great run there by Jaden Swift. A great blocking by the Dallas offensive line. Maybe the second most prosperous run for Swift in terms of yardage, but absolutely the most prosperous because it's going to help them seal up this game.
Minute 20. If New York allows a touchdown here, they would still have one for their own drive. If it comes, it's a run for Swift. Only 3 seconds taken off the clock. And they will call their final timeout on the 1-yard line.
And I'm not the great at the numbers here, Tyler, but I think they could run this down. Dallas can, and they could kick a field goal with a scant amount of time left to win this game. If they get stuffed here on 2nd and 3rd down.
Will they go for the dagger? 2nd and goal, run near side, and trying to find a way. Stopped again short of the goal line. 3rd and goal with the clock 3 to wind.
Swift, I think if he had just turned upfield, would have had it. And
No
now they go
huddle.
no huddle. They're going to keep this running. Do they run again?
Over receiver to the far side. They try and go near side. That is caught. Touchdown! Neil Rivers, a hat trick for Dallas. And the Talons retake the lead.
3rd touchdown of the game for Neil Rivers, and just plants his feet inside the goal line. And the play's snuffed out. Bridwell knows what's happening, but he can't get there in time. And Dallas takes the lead back.
They're going to go for 2. A try and force, even if a comeback would go for New York, they'd have to get a touchdown, an extra point. Duty still backing up. Duty taken down. And so the Lightning breathe a little bit of life, sacked by Connor Orlando. And so if New York is able to march down the field, all they would need is a touchdown to win the game.
But they don't have a lot of time here. Let's take one more look at the 2-point. I'm surprised Duty to just tuck it and go for that backside pylon. And by the time he finally thought of it, he got snuffed out. And I think you got to make that decision at that point. Everybody's covered you. Connor Orlando, great swim technique to bring Duty down. And Neil Rivers, by the way, only the 6th player this season with 3 receiving touchdowns or more, joining a very elite club in the UFL.
One finally off the board for bingo, but the bigger issue now is whether or not New York is able to come back one more time. This is the most points that the defending champs have allowed all season. Another boon for Dallas, regardless of outcome here tonight. As the kick is on its way deep in the end zone, Lightning will kneel it. 53 seconds to go. Reminder, spikes are not allowed in the UFL, and so the Lightning are going to have to go deep. They're going to have to get out of bounds quick, or they're going to have to throw in completion passes. But you say plenty of time, Josh. We'll see what.
The only issue here is they're out of timeout, so they're going to have to work the sideline.
Trip to the right. Just a check down to Henson, who stays inside. He's going to get only a yard, and the clock will roll.
I don't know if New York could be able to adjust their play calling in time. Eden Hart is a fantastic receiver on the sideline. Joe Francis has got to find her.
30 seconds to go. Play action. Francis deep over the middle. Caught Mark Anthony to the 40. 25 seconds to go. They're not getting out of bounds. This might be the final play.
They might have 1 or 2 at this point. No time to dance. You're going to line this up. And finally, with 12 seconds to go, they're lined up.
10 seconds to go. It's got to go other way. No! Henson can't get it done. The clock is going to expire, and the Dallas Talons do it again. Another top dog taken down, and this time it's the defending champs.
Dallas knew what they had to do. They had New York coming into their building. Cameron Duty answered, 311 yards, 4 touchdowns. Neil Rivers, 3 of those 4. And my goodness, what a game. This is what the Great East Conference is all about. That second double bye in the East bracket will be very well earned by either one of these teams, depending on how Week 16 shakes out.
New York no longer in control of their own destiny. Dallas an opportunity for them. If they can win one more game and other things fall their way, they will have the second bye alongside St. Louis. But it's the hometown Talons who get it done tonight, 32-27. For Josh Circle, I've been Tyler Falk. Thank you so much for watching us on UFL Coast to Coast. We'll see you tomorrow night for UFL Primetime, right here on the Virtual Football Network. Until then, we say so long, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.